Hi. Ah. I literally closed my work PC. Straight from work right into stream. Tasty. Got my coffee ready. I set everything up before I was still working kinda. I haven't logged in today. Oh, okay, I did log in today, but only this morning to take care of not overcapping on energy. I think I might be a bit too big for the text boxes, but I will do that later. So, I think the game is a little bit silent actually. One moment. That should be better. Okay. So, I'm gonna try to pull for the new units, but I haven't really saved up for it. Oh, yeah, that was the last one I pulled on. Let's just do the singles first. I think that's the only one I have. The only ticket. Okay. What kind of shit pull was that?
아이고 맛있다. 한 번만 더.
My collection grows! A welcome addition. Okay. Well then! Dispenser. There they are. How many do I have? I have no shots. Ah! One moment. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, I'm a goober. I'm an idiot. Well then, whoops. Oh man. What are the new ones? Okay. For alcoholism. So, let's uptie right away. I'm gonna uptie for the bonuses.
머리가 개운하구만. 담배 맛도 최고야. 날뛰기에는 최고의 몸 상태군.
You know what's cool about alcohol? It makes people honest. It kills your liver, makes you sloppy, lots of downsides, sure, but I gotta say, it's got its uses. If you're part of a syndicate, I mean, if you survive long enough in a syndicate, that is, you'll be getting some underlings. 3, 4 underlings, easy manageable. I can figure them out after chatting and working with them a few times. But once you start getting 10 or more underlings, it gets a bit hard to manage. It's supposed to be my eyes and ears, hands and feet, right? I don't want any bad apples in any of that. One bad apple could mess everything up, which means that I still gotta remain hands-on, which is annoying as hell. And that, my friends, is when alcohol comes in useful. And if I act like I down the whole ass barrel, they'll start to think, oh man, I got assigned to some brainless drunk as my captain. Especially our new recruits, who's never seen me sober. And so they start to let some things slip, things that let me know who they really are. Pretty useful, huh, this alcohol. This kind of same mentality of, I'm sitting next to my parents wearing headphones, so they think I'm listening to music, but I'm actually listening to what they're saying. Because they think I'm not listening. Now, come on, pour me some liquor already. Seriously, Captain, you should have saved the speech for when the recruits ain't around. They're all here, you know. Oh, they are? It's been about 30 minutes since the child started his slurring rant. His face was flat against the table the entire time, of course. It was unclear whether that fact registered or not as he continued to mumble at the poor subordinate who had the misfortune of getting next to him. Listen up, boys and girls. Yes, sir. Just because our captain is a bit slosh doesn't mean he's just some common drunkard. You got that? Answers. Yes, sir, of course not. Ah, come on, man, you're making me blush. Just shut up and pour, okay? The subordinate's effort to bring back a semblance of dignity to this gathering was immediately dashed by the child's casual demeanor. He wished that the child would act with some gravitas for once, but it was probably a tall order for someone who holds these drinking parties pretty much every day. Well, he wasn't exactly worried for the child, though. He knew that the captain was the man who gets the job done, regardless of his unusual demeanor. The man knew when to get serious. The subordinate knew that very, very well. He'd been at the child's side for a long enough time to know. He knew that the child had a bizarre power to get over any hangover or drunkenness with a single roar. Every time he was assigned a job, he'd stumble up, roar, and he'd be sober. No hangover or anything. Alright, you boys, are you ready to teach those hobos that dare to encroach on our territory a lesson? Yes, sir. Everyone's been whetting their blades in preparation for that very day, sir. Those blade lineage bastards have been a thorn in our side, not just the Patriarch, but to you as well. Well, the Patriarch, well, that's none of my business, but all I want to do is test their metal, see what they're made of. The child downed the liquor with a single gulp, then let out a satisfied sigh. The backstreet swordsmen rarely ever swing their swords for their love of it, eh? I bet you the same. You learned how to swing that thing around just so you can strut about, puff chest and all, eh? Scare some people, make some cash. That's not it. That's not it, come on. Kurakumo clan's got a severe lack of boys and girls who are serious about the way of the blade. Did you know that our predecessors, the Kurakumo clan, used to train in a real martial arts style? Many of them, in fact. Just look at us now. Wait, did I stumble up there? Whoa. Wait, no, I did understood it right. The child scratches his hair, obviously annoyed. Who knows, maybe everyone who was serious about the blade just got tired of working for that thump. Maybe that's why they all left the clan to make their own dojos and stuff, am I wrong? Captain, you can't talk about the thump like that, what if? I know. That's exactly why the Kurakumo clan's in the shitter right now. Making pocket money here and there, doing whatever they tell us to do, fighting whoever they tell us to fight. I joined up with the gang way too late for all the fun. But Kurakumo clan ain't a dojo. They've got syndicates and fixer offices for that kinda. Oh, are you telling me that I should just leave everything I've built up in the clan just to be a rookie again at some other place? Man, seriously. But, oh, I have such high expectations for the upcoming battle. They're special, I just know it. That's exactly why I'm in a good mood. The child was speaking from his heart. He's always loved to wield his blade, and that's what led him to joining the syndicate. But he was disappointed to learn that not many members of the Kurakumo clan shared his passion. Still, his passion for the blade was what brought him to a relatively high position of the captain within the clan. He soon became one of the Kurakumo clan's best men for the upcoming strife. And that's why so many of his men showed him proper respect. The subordinate laughed a little to himself. Tonight he'll try to restore the captain's drained dignity and among his men back to full. The captain didn't deserve such derision. He really was an impressive swordsman. Hey, where's my drink? Yes, sir, coming right up. Along with restoring his liquor cup to full. Thus came the day of the strife. It's a really long story. The Kurakumo clan, the blade lineage, it was a face-off. The tension between the two syndicates was palpable. The alleyway will soon be littered with blood and flesh of many men. Watch out for that one in the bamboo hut, boys and girls. It was as though the child had transformed from a common drunk to a captain overnight. With a commanding voice, he points at a man on the other side of his standoff. Huh? Oh, that weird-headed guy? His sword has been seen much blood, and his eyes of a blade fiend. The henchmen begin murmuring, fearful at the captain's warnings. But that's exactly what the child wanted, now that his men will try to steer clear of that one. He'll get the headman all to himself. Blade fiend or blunder fiend, I don't care, let's split the clouds. The child shouted from the top of his lungs and unsheathed his blade. And that's how the strife began. That was a really long Uptide story. I don't think I have any EXP at all. No. Only these shitty level 10 tickets. I never farm EXP. I just never do that. So... we didn't get really anything at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I need to bring only 5 units, so it's fine. I like that this is a shop now and no longer a unlock, so I can get like just a bunch of EXP when I need to. Or first I should probably first get the crates. Actually, no. Bonuses stagger should get done first. Okay. Oh, I forgot Otis has a blade lineage version of her. Hold on. I forgot this idea exists. Okay. I got one more. Man, blade lineage Otis is... I cannot really be blamed for forgetting that this idea exists. Okay. It's been a while since we entered the T-Corp backstreets. The deeper we go into the backstreets, the world outside the bus becomes increasingly colorless. Heathcliff, who's been looking out the window for a while, suddenly furrows his brows. So we're finally here, eh? Oh yeah, it's like so much. I wonder for like the next Kanto, because we're going to T-Corp, is it just gonna be black and white for most of the time? Because I think it will look very annoying really quickly. If you've looked out the rattling bus window with a dour expression. Though it wasn't raining, the world outside was grey and opaque, like an overcast sky. Black pungent clouds of smoke had long devoured the atmosphere. So this is the kind of place Heathcliff used to roam. The coral remains greatest deep into the heart of the backstreets. I recall with quiet certitude that the T-Corp I arrived at after my departure from S-Corp was sepia-hued. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that the technology used to drain our saturation is situated at the center of T-Corp. It has been reported that such variations in hue may occur in areas further away from its sphere of influence. I understand then. Two of our sinners immediately jumped in on the conversation, directed away from whichever obscure subject Yisang and Faust were about to steer it into. Alright, I had something to ask you guys. Yeah, me too. But I mean, yeah, that's, oh yeah, the building here look a little different from where Yisang used to live, so I'm just wondering if there's anything up with that. Exactly what I was about to ask. What the fuck are they on about? It's been a while since we started on this journey together. I was starting to grow more comfortable with the sinners. Maybe that's why I found Gregor and Rodia valiant effort to keep this conversation remotely comprehensible to most occupants of the bus pretty amusing. Allow me to elaborate then. To discuss the subject, we must first... And Yisang, unknowingly shooting down their effort by jumping onto another complicated discussion, was another side I'd become familiar with. While I was curious about the technology T-Corp uses to drain our color and about the behind the scenes of T-Corp's operations, it wasn't something that could be answered now. I decided to table the discussion for later. Instead, I approached Heathcliff. He was sitting on his lonesome, clearly in deep thought. Clockhead. Still racking your head about what to wear to Wuthering Heights? What? No, it's nothing like that. Heathcliff protested, jumping up from his seat. Looks like I hit the nail right on the head. Fine, I was a little bit, but I was mostly reminiscing about the past. I do remember hearing that Heathcliff used to live in the back streets. A part of some syndicate, if I recall correctly. Virgilius did say that we were going to the back streets instead of going straight to the T-Corp nest for a reason, and that it was because of the company's orders. Maybe there's something for us to do here. Heathcliff did spend some time in the T-Corp back streets after all. Maybe we'll run into a golden bow here? No. No chance. If the golden bow was as common as any other twig in some backstreets, we'd be doing any of this globe-trotting waste of time. True, I guess. Besides, Wuthering Heights is quite the manor in more ways than one. You won't find it anywhere near some rundown backstreets like this. There's a chasm of wealth between those poor alleyway sots and them. After all, they've sent me an invitation. Quite obvious that we'll find our golden bow in that manor, in it. Or at least somewhere in the same nest. Correct, we will eventually travel to T-Corp's nest. Heathcliff continued to speak in a low voice. The hubbub from outside the bus seemed to blend with his words, turning into a mass of murmurs. There was a sort of commotion outside. Before we talk about where our eventual destination is, we'll have to clear the road of some blockage. Your intuition is half right, Heathcliff. Heathcliff Heathcliff, who was muttering to himself in an uncharacteristic daze, jolted awake. Bloody hell, what's wrong with you in the room, lass? Neither of you ever do anything with a proper forewarning. I simply did not see the necessity of warning you. Anyway, those outside the bus aren't our targets. Targets? I believe that he meant to say that they must be eliminated. I feel compelled to let you know that this is not the only implication of the word target, though I'm yet to be informed of precise details of this mission, that is. Regardless, you are to make contact with a target among them. Find the target and extract the necessary intel. Is this clear enough for you, Manager? How are we supposed to find this target if you're not even going to tell us who it is? Dante asked if there are any identifying characteristics to this target. I'm sure you'll find out when you get there. You are asking me questions I have no answers to, Dante. Don't waste your time. Well, off the bus all. I was somewhat wary of the way Virgilius answered me, but even murky situations like these, we've always managed to pull through anyway. I'm sure things will get a little clearer once we get there. I slowly disembarked the bus with the rest of the sinners. Let's just go. Yeah. This is gonna be such a KW fight. With like this absolute disaster of a team. Let's go. That one's headed your way, Aniki. Don't worry about me, I'll handle him. Try not to get yourself killed, you got that? What a mess. We walked out the bus and right into what appeared to be a battlefield of a violent gang war. Black clothes... I can't read! Black cloaks flutter under the grey sky and bloodthirsty blades clash violently. The bus had stopped not even 30 paces away from the thick of the battle. They are the Kurokomo clan. Kurokomo clan, I've heard of them before. I'm sure we had some identities from that syndicate. Some identity cards said Wakashu too. They are a pretty large subsidiary of an even larger syndicate called the Thumb. I think the identities were outfits similar to the ones we're wearing here. I think you're right, but who are they fighting? It's gotta be a strife. Heathcliff replied in a monotone voice like he was reading from an encyclopedia. It ain't a rare sight to see syndicates fighting on one another in the back streets. Must be something about street tags or some other trivial turf dispute. Leeches, blood-sucking cause seeking to oppress and exploit the weak with violence. Fee, there is nary a place these scum do not infest. It ain't anything new, lass. Most syndicates are like that. The only difference between them is how far they're willing to go. Like, right there he is. Blokes like that one over there. The one walking right at us. Heathcliff raised his bat and pointed at the approaching man. He wore the same outfit as the other Kurokomo clan members. The hell are you looking at? Crowding like you're here to start shit. Gonna keep pointing that bat at me? You wanna go? Is that it? Hey, lower your weapon. Let's not do anything rash. No need to escalate this further, is there? Otis stepped in to warn Heathcliff, but he did not budge. He remained motionless, the bat still raised and pointing, threateningly at the approaching man. Won't matter what we do here. It's a foregone conclusion. That we're going to have to fight him? Right on, lad. He's becoming self-aware, he knows it's a battle stage. They're in the middle of a strife, they'll be real sensitive about making it clear that this is their turf. What better way to do it than forcing some unwitting travelers to pay the toll for the road? Looks like we got a smart one here. The Kurokomo clan henchman stood before us like he owned the place. Just as I begin to wonder about how dumb you possibly could be, you show your shrewd detective side. Gotta say, it's a real mystery. Ishmael muttered at Heathcliff, who was shrugging at us with an expression that clearly read, I told you so. Well, since it looks like you clowns already know how this works, let me get straight to the point. The toll is 500,000 Ahn per person. 500,000 Ahn! Let's see here. 1, 2, right. I count 13 of you here. And since you guys all rode in on a bus, I'm sure there's a driver in there too. Don't just skimp out on us now. I'd like it if we didn't have to make this business messy by going through the bus ourselves. Do you hear that, Dante? This is totally a highway robbery. It kind of is, isn't it? Well, it didn't really matter how much they were asking for. I wasn't going to negotiate with them anyway. Ishmael turned and looked quietly in my direction. I nodded back. Halt! There in that field of battle. Don Quixote pointed at something. There lies a wounded dame. We must... Can't fucking read the dialogue. There lies a wounded dame. We must make haste and rescue her. Thou wouldst agree, no? Just as Don Quixote said, I could catch a glimpse of someone bleeding out on the ground through the chaos of clashing blades and black cloaks. Oi, what I say about this justice rubbish. This is a syndicate turf war, yeah? No one's more or less honorable than the other. Agreed, it is no complicated mathematics to expect unnecessary allied casualties in this effort, should we involve ourselves in this conflict. Alas, I do not wish to leave her behind so undefended. Guess it's an improvement. In the early days of our adventures, we would have been dragged into this conflict 5 minutes ago thanks to Don Quixote's recklessly valiant rescue attempts. I suppose she's learned her lessons by trial of fire. She was dying to show restraint for once. But it's a bit different this time. Okay, so I do think that we have to help that woman, but... What? Manager, I didn't think that this was what the knot was about. No, I'm not saying that we should get involved because it's the right thing to do or anything like that. If Virgilius was telling us the truth earlier, there's a chance that we were purposely made to drive right through a strife, which means that there must be something here that they're expecting us to find. They've always put us in danger's way for a reason, after all. I just have a feeling that the wounded woman might have something to tell us. Maybe an intel of some kind. And if it turns out that we were supposed to get that intel from the Kurokomo clan and not that woman, then I suppose we'll have to beat it out of them. Oh-ho. Marvelous, Executive Manager. Aye, Otis, I'm actually awestruck by your genius. Actually? What is she implying? That her usual flattery is phony? Yes. Yes, she is flattery. For ulterior motives. I don't like the way you're treating the Kurokomo clan like with some pack of stray dogs. I don't think I missed that sympathetic look you gave her, which could only mean that you clowns are chummy with the blade lineage. I could practically hear our negations, not that I was going to negotiate, falling apart as the man drew his blade. A rational deliberation followed by a sensible decision. I will return my appreciation for your magnificent leadership in a flawless victory. All units, prepare for battle. Let's hope the level difference isn't going to matter too much. Gain slash damage up. I still think the game is kinda a bit quiet. 1 second. Yeah, just like, yeah, this should be fine. What can they do? Inflict bleed. Ah, doesn't seem that bad. Love it when the first thing I see is struggling. Oh.
물러서지 않겠습니다.
I still don't know to this day why the hell I uptied for Kurokomo Rodion. It is a decision I made to say it that way. Wait, is the Fender stuff nothing? This is a level 40, so unsurprising that this is happening.
물러서지 않겠습니다.
Yeah, I should probably just use units that are... I should bench all of these guys. Just get a bonuses passively.
실수하는 건 괜찮아. 나도 자주 덜렁대서 수첩에 모든 걸 적어놓으며 다녔거든. 마음만 약해지지만 않으면 되는 거야.
거치적거리지만 마.
What's the static that sometimes happens? It's like sometimes a bit of a static sound. It's probably one of the new sound effects for T Corp.
할 수 없다고 생각하는 직원이 보인다면 나한테 말해줄래?
Wow, 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 wow. Get banned, bot.
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데.
Actually, let me just bring a proper team to this. This is just gonna take unnecessarily long, otherwise.
혼자 있으면
Yes,
진작에
yes.
다 끝.
We're just gonna use everyone who has literally any other leveled up ID. Yeah, sure, Grippy Faust. I like Reindeer Ishmael with Uptype 4 now. Bring her. Whoops. And there's no good IDs. Yeah, that's whatever. That's whatever. Let's just bring that. I don't think I need to deploy them for the extra points.
되었어요.
Should be fine.
상대가 있나 보군.
투입이군요.
I hope.
망치를
Then
쥐고
just, yeah, we're gonna
검은 갈아뒀다.
bring Ryosho. She's the highest level one of those. I don't. Where does this play again? I hate leveling up. I just, for some reason, have a giant aversion of doing the XP
나만
stages.
믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
전열이 무너졌군.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
보자 너.
Yeah, this is gonna go a lot faster instead of like slowly crippling before.
심장.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해본. 와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
꿰뚫려.
I think just before this event came out, like 2 weeks before, I just used up all of my yellow boxes just to thread. Just fused them into thread to uptype for a bunch of stuff. That's why I now have like nothing. I was like, wait, there was still supposed to be an event coming. I completely forgot about it. Just shredded all the stuff I had.
지휘팀이라면
Which,
완벽하고
yeah,
모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지
that
않겠어?
wasn't so good now retroactively.
정화.
꽤 잘 갈렸군. 이걸로 제가 바꾼.
와, 성공했어.
So,
보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
oops. Hello? Yeah.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Man, I wish I could just stream Limbus events earlier in the morning, right when they come out. Because I'm very scared that one day I will just get fully spoiled on what happens. It's very annoying because I work from home. And while working, I always just like have something running in the background, like watching some stuff. And I'm just worried that the algorithm one day decides like, hey, I know that you like Limbus content. Would you like to get completely spoiled on what the current event that you're not being able to play right now is doing?
늘어졌네 저거.
It's like, no, I wouldn't like to know because I wanna not get spoiled. It's gonna happen one day.
가까워진다. 항해 끝. 그때야.
소란이 줄었네.
우리가 우세를
Ah,
점하고
this
있어.
person right.
하지만
Doesn't
너무
matter.
방심하면 안 돼. 우리 팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Sad. All bark, no bite. Truly disappointment. Whereas the sinners were slowly recovering from the excitement of battle, Don Quixote did not waste a second before bolting forth to the woman's side. Hark, art thou? Ah, I must check thy pulse. Oh, you can check her pulse through her forehead? Didn't know that was possible. Is she trying to seriously check her pulse through the forehead? The lady lives. So this less has the intel we need. The sinners one by one began to gather around the woman. She was dressed in all black garb like the Crocodile clan members, but her weapon and her outfit were unmistakably distinct. Blade lineage, huh? I looked around the defeated Crocodile clan members, then back at her. The difference became even more apparent. Don Quixote slowly and tragically shook her head after checking the pulse on others. Executive Manager, I've questioned some Crocodile clan members during the battle, but no notable intelligence has been gained. So it's just her then. I hope my gut feeling proves me right. The lady does appear to be the sole survivor. We must move her to the bus and administer first aid post-haste. What does Stowe say to that? Yeah, I don't see any other way. We don't carry a first aid kit with us, and I can't turn the clock to heal her, so... Marcel, do you mind carrying her back to the bus? I do not. Thus we made our way back to the bus, Marcel carrying the dying Blade lineage member. I see that you've hauled in another baggage. Virgilius didn't seem very happy about this. Manager, since we did bring in unauthorized, unverified guests into our bus become such an acceptable practice? We had no choice, we have to save her first if we're going to get any answers out of her. Dante explains that this individual will be of no use to us if deceased. If she carries the intel we need, then we must first ensure that she survives. On that, Faust agrees with Dante's decision. What's done is done, however, do be mindful of bringing in strangers into the bus from now on, Dante. I had a feeling that Virgilius had much more to say than that, but he simply sighed and dropped the subject. Well, I believe that Manager Esquire has made the decision most just. Thanks. Just as I was starting to dread that this bus was doomed to be eternally uncomfortable, Yisang emerged from the back door with the good news. I have done what I can now. And before her even finished his sentence... The woman was awake.
들리지 않네. 심장 고동 소리. 모든
Oh, das gibt EXP drops?
멈춰도
Oh, me like.
있을까? 돌아갈 것.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if she's from Ruina. She looks familiar. This character looks kind of familiar. But I might probably be wrong on that, because Blade Lineage was just kinda... They didn't have story connected to them. Just basically side encounter. where TB. Welcome to the bus, and oh, we are an Odachi. Ha! The blade-lineage woman sprang from her prone position. Gripping the sword next to her, she held the grip of her blade, ready to draw it at any moment. Identify yourselves. Are you of the Kurokobo clan? Yes, it is a German accent. No. So we are... Then why does that woman wield an Odachi? She will not listen. We should kill her. She has a sword. What? She's a sword. She must be an enemy. Let's just kill her. She is not to be reasoned with. Ah, welcome. There's a lot of French people on Kick, I've noticed. Apparently this girl was in a concept art for Library of Ruina. Hi, Yui. Yeah, I felt like I've seen her somewhere before. But I was like, but Blade Lineage was side content in Ruina, so I don't know why I felt that she was familiar. No, I cannot. That's a weird question. Ryosho. She pisses me off for 2 reasons. 1, she refused to listen, making this conversation longer than it needed to be. 2, she dared to compare their scrap metals to my blade. Oh, there is nothing in the shop right now. I'm still setting it up. It's just, it already sends the messages, but there is nothing yet in there. It gives it a... Yeah, nah, no. But yeah, I've added bot tricks to my streams where people can redeem stuff, but I still need to set up the redeems. It's just that it shows up, but there's nothing in the shop yet so far. I'm gonna do that over the weekend. So yeah. Is there any reason for me not to proceed with her UUF clock? Yeah, there is. She can't tell us anything if she's dead. Ryosho often shows bursts of emotions in the most unexpected times, but at least she listens when I ask her to, which is a relief. I suppose your blade is not exactly like theirs. Your uniform is certainly different. And you, who might you be? You certainly wear a rather loud timepiece. Are you unable to communicate otherwise? They are our manager. Their vocalization will not reach your ears. I recognize the scent your voice carries. It's familiar. Even in the districts that I have resided in, have I not met fellows who speak as I do? Speak as you do? Indeed, yet I sense familiarity in your choice of verbiage. You must be from District 19, S-Corp, are you? Though I have fled, that is where I hail from. I see, so you have also left your home behind. My compatriots often share the same fate as we do. Perhaps meeting someone from the same home district helped. The woman visibly relaxed before slumping down on a nearby chair. Her breathing was labored. My name is Yisang. I have operated on the wounds you have suffered. So I have acted with such brutishness despite your kindness. Please, accept my apologies. Call me Engdu. I'm a salsa from the lineage that deals in blades. Hi, Groovy! Ooh, Dante, maybe we can leave the talking to Yisang this time? Looks like we can sit back and let him handle this. I nodded, replying quickly to Rodier's whispers. If you are from District 19, S-Corp territory, then you must be aware of who we are. I am somewhat aware, though I am far from acquainted with tales from the streets. I have heard that the Blade Lineage is bound to no master, no land, yet whence do you flee? It is a tale far too long to be shared in full. All I may divulge is that we had no choice but to seek a territory for us to thrive in. Perhaps there is aught that we could do to assist, should you deign to impart us with the particulars of your pursuers. Engdu shot a weeping glance at all of us. A sweeping glance! Her eyes appeared heavy with crushing exhaustion. If you and your fellows were skilled enough to defeat this group of foes, then all of you must be quite capable. Kurokomo clan has put a bounty on our heads. Our mentor, my fellow, all of us. Hold on, this ain't just any of us strife then. That sounds more personal than your usual turf war. As it has always been, District 19 is fraught with corruption and disturbance to the lives of the public. There's very little that this man and woman of the blade, who seek naught else but to train and walk the path of martial arts, can do to change the wing, known as... I'm a be real, I have no idea how to pronounce that! Salpipio Agro Industries, or S-Corp. S-Corp it is. As the old saying goes, what other choices do a monk who abhors his temple have but to leave it behind? Thus we have departed from our home. That is a word, yes. The people of S-Corp suffer still. We had departed in search of a new home, yet it was no easy journey. Most territories have already been made home by others. In order for us to settle, conflict was unavoidable. In the midst of those conflicts, I have the memory of our mentor bringing us an invitation to enter a library of swords! So it does get acknowledged. Nice! Virgilis, who had been sitting quietly with one leg over the other on a chair, far from the rest of us, visibly reacted. I think I remember the word library, always got a genuine reaction out of Virgilius. You have the memory, quite an odd way to phrase your own recollections. We arrived at the library, hoping to escape the Kurokumo clan's clutches. But all we had done was to lead us ourselves into just another field of battle. We were handily defeated. I'll give men PTSD. Book. Actually correct. They literally got booked. Then all of a sudden we found ourselves stranded in the backstreets of T-Corp upon our waking. The bizarreness of such an experience can only be described as an expression just as odd. Ah, Mendo bamboo-hatted Kim! Her eyes suddenly widened mid-sentence. Engdu leaped from her seat. I believe that our mentor remains there still. We must make haste to Yongying building. Be not so hasty. Such wild movements may tear the wounds that I have. And she's dead. Huh? What the heck? Is she dead? Is she actually dead? It is no surprise that the sudden rise in blood pressure and lieu of blood supply would cause one to faint. She has merely lost her consciousness. Okay, never mind. You are right, manager. She did have some useful intel for us. Yongyin building. I suppose we have some business there then. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know what this has to do with our mission, if any. Or maybe it's that library we should. Danger, danger! Bunch of people in Mephis way, swinging swords around, black gloves. Passengers, move out, protect Mephi. Executive manager, they appear to be Kurokumo clan's reinforcements. Well, what can we do? We'll have to think about this later. For now, let's take care of the reinforcements. Let's go. Library gets mentioned, neuron activation.
즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게.
I think I rather defend.
보자 너.
I do not like to click Mind Whip with no charge.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
So,
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Ishmael Admatan never even liked the post, just there. She's got a bunch of other limbs at this week too.
방금 공격은 좋았어.
Well.
하지만 계속해보면
장구에 따르면
할수 없다고
Reject.
생각하는 6번이 보인다면
Reject any waifus except Ishmael. Yeah, Ishmael by far is the most fan art. By far. The amount of Ishmael fan art compared to literally any other character is massive. It's Ishmael is so much art. I mean, she also was the one with the most recent chapter, but even before that she's like really popular. But for good reason, I really like Ishmael too.
거치적거리지만 마. 소란이 줄었네요.
가까워진다.
Ishmael, very cool, she's the captain.
한 줄 긋지.
와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더
따따따.
이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직이지
Ishmael, very good, she's orange hair, absolutely. She is very nice. Man, her blind obsession ego is peak drip. Woo! Blind obsession Ishmael is like the best looking thing in this entire game and nothing can change my mind on it.
소란이 줄었네.
And the fact that her Ahab ID actually got released, and it wasn't a situation like in the season before where we didn't get a ID that a lot of people expected to happen, is like, yeah, baby! The captain is real! You love to see it.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
I think today was the first day where I've genuinely been like really excited to stream again.
가까워진다.
I mean, it was pretty noticeable that I wasn't so well the last few days, but today I was like, can't wait for today's stream. Can't wait! It's Limbus event.
계속 나아가보자.
I feel a spark return to my life.
들리지 않는 심장 고동 소리. 모든
Can't wait for gacha. We already gacha though.
멈춰
Didn't get anything.
있을까?
Didn't get shit.
돌아갈 것. 내가
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
Average gacha, absolutely. But the nice thing is I can just go buy the stuff out of the
오늘도
shop,
즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지?
which will be easy to do.
잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Wonder how hard the dungeon at the end is gonna be. Can I hope that it upscales my levels? Because, well, there's one thing is they never like
이대로
grind
영영
any
움직이지
levels.
못하게 만들어보자.
So that would be appreciated. This is very hard. Ah yes, thank you for your very reliable advice that I can absolutely always trust in as someone who doesn't play the game.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
끝이.
Absolutely. Hi, Foxbot! Welcome.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여.
It is I,
들어서
the
완벽하게
fish.
제압시켜보자.
Fish of Chaos.
거치적거리지만 마.
I am good. I was motivated for today's stream. I was like, Limbus time! I even made a proper thumbnail for once. I actually sat down, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a not shit looking thumbnail. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that. Because usually I either have no thumbnails or at least it exists, question mark?
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면
What is
안 돼.
Limbus Company? It's a game.
완벽하고 빈틈없이
It is a game that is very story heavy, and it is basically
움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은
grim dark
대로
cyberpunk,
움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
but worse. It's hard to explain.
보지 않나?
It's a story heavy game. I think that's the best way to describe it. What the? Asking me what something is never a good idea. I am terrible with words. Show the clockman? No, I will play the game. I will not go and search out every single artwork to show it off for once. Now what my mistake was, why I didn't get anything earlier from Legacha, was I didn't sacrifice a roach to the lizard. I should have given my lizard some roaches for
이대로
good
영영
luck.
움직이지 못하게 만들어보자.
거치적거리지만 마.
He's currently watching me from the other side of the room. He's just sitting there, judgmental. Yes, I'm gonna tell you about the game again. Oh no. What did I say again? It's a story-heavy game set in a grimdark cyberpunk reality,
우리가 우세를
where
잡고
you
있어. 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
Yes.
지휘팀이라면 아무것도 빈틈없이 모든
where
걸
you
끝마쳐야
go
하지
through
않겠어?
a horrible city that is essentially built on human suffering
정화.
to collect things called the golden bows because your company tells you to do so. And on the way, things happen.
늘어졌네 저거.
That's the best way to describe it.
쉽군.
You just kick butt, yes. Actually, you get your ass kicked a lot of the time.
터졌군요.
We are not really the heroes of the story. We're kind of like
가까워진
we're getting kicked in the butt a lot of times.
가까워진다. 항해 끝.
And it is heavily based on literature. She was a way to bend you a lot of times, especially low grants. Yeah. Like if a class? No, it's so basically how the system works is every character, we have 12 characters called sinners, and all of them are based on a different kind of literature. Like for example, there is one character based on Moby Dick, there is like Faust. I haven't set up the shop yet, don't bother looking into it, I was gonna do that on the weekend. And all of the chapters are based on one of the characters. And it's like very heavily based on those books the character comes from. But yeah, it's like very good. Like it's genuinely a really, really well written game. I love Project Moon games. Yes. We return to the bus after dispatching the Kurokumo clan members that attacked the bus. Only to be greeted by an unfamiliar face. There was a woman sitting in the frontmost seat of our bus. Interesting, guide. I believe that we've both made it quite clear that no guests are to board the bus without prior consultation. The discussion was not even an hour ago, in fact. Yes, we did. No outsiders, to be exact. Isn't it clear as day as to who she is? I noticed that she was wearing a dark blue uniform with the logo Clear emblazoned on her chest. Are you from the LCCB? LCCA, the After Team Manager Clock. Oh, we finally get to see them! I was wondering when we finally get to see the LCCA. Right, I could see that she was wearing a red emblem on her shoulder. Which means it's not common or cruelty, but it's very common to this world. In fact, it's embraced. Yes. I absolutely love how even the most harmless things in the city, the more you learn about just like the most irrelevant stuff, it's like, oh, it's actually fucked up. It's great, I love it. Huh? Wait, can she hear what we were saying? No, don't have any talent in TikTok interpretation either, but it was pretty easy to tell with that blank, stupid look they were giving me. Don't even have the common decency to mince your... Ishmael scowled, about to tell the woman off until she coughed and collected herself. Maybe she suddenly recalled her old attitude. I'm Team Leader Cayman, Limbus Company Clearance After Team, Normal Operations Unit 2. I don't think I've ever seen anyone from the After Team in person. Of course not. All that them blokes do is sweeping in to pick up the spoils after we've done all the hard work. Let me set something straight, Backstreet Smut. What? The After Team is charged with cleaning up the mess you ungrateful wastes of life leave behind. Sweeping in to pick up the spoils? No, we do that very difficult work of sweeping your stinking shit under the rug. Wastes of life? Is that how you guys see us? Oh, that's not all. Wastes of life, bumper cars, the most expensive bus in the world, meat shields, maniacs with more luck than they deserve, and then some. Doesn't seem like the most relevant conversation topic for now, though. You better change your tone now. If you give me one reason to, then I will. Unfortunately, it is my personal philosophy to be stubbornly set in my ways, unless I'm given a good reason to change. Sure, it's your job to collect a golden bow no matter what, but I'm having a lot of trouble scrounging up even an ounce of respect for a group of half-wit idiots who don't give a damn about people who have to clean up after them. God, I love her! She has no chill. Based woman. That's enough, team leader Kaiman. Very well, I wasn't sent here to reprimand them. I'm here to relay the orders from the head office. Kaiman produced an envelope, opened it and pulled out a paper from within. She began to read it out loud. LCB, additional mission assignment prior to T-Corp Golden Bow Retrieval Operation. 1. Eliminate and or secure the distortion in the area. So he actually is a distortion. 2. Recover the monolith, an artifact in the shape of a black steel from the same side. Monolith, what's this now? Distortion, are you saying that they've already distorted? I don't know. Limbus company clearance is not a part of this extra operation. I was merely ordered to relay this information to you as I happen to be taking care of some overjob at T-Corp. I believe that our tone and our mission... I can't read today. I believe that our one and only mission was to recover the golden boss. Since when did it become our job to play errand boy fixers? Silence now. Just... I keep reading different words constantly. One moment, let me drink some water. Yeah, I'm worse at reading than usual. So today I'm not in peak performance. Silence versus sins. Honestly, her telling Otis to shut up seems like something she would have said, honestly. Since now, besides, I don't see what's the difference is between an average errand boy and your team. All you ever do is picking up and delivering the golden boss, no? Right, I guess the after team is full of grouches like you, huh? Rodian grumbled like she was imagining a department full of Caimans. Caiman quietly took a sweeping look at the complaining sinners, then approached me. Manager Clock? Yes. Can't hear what you're saying anyway, so just listen. Allow me to kindly explain some things for you and your minions, since all of you appear to be so out of the loop. Kaiman crossed her arms and leaned against the bus seat as though she was about to start a lecture. LCB's primary objective is to retrieve the golden bows. Yes, I can't deny that. But parading around, telling everyone that Limbus company specializes in retrieving the golden bows would be stupid, don't you agree? And it's not exactly the most lucrative business, if at all. I suppose so. I've been wondering about the company's finances for a while. Where do we even get our funding from? Well, then there's no need for you to concern yourself with the company's finances. We have much more than enough capital to do what we want. What the company really lacks, however, is public standing and a cause. A cause? Limbus company decided to find our cause in distortions. No significant operations has yet taken charge of managing distances of the distortion phenomenon. I did not expect that. I didn't expect a Limbus company to be specifically more focused on distortions. For me, it always seemed like we're collecting the golden bows to potentially just take over as the new L-Corp and essentially do what Lobotomy did before. Faust has told me some time ago that it hasn't been long since the distortions began appearing in the city. Limbus company is building our reputation as a professional distortion prevention and control company that doubles as a research center for distortion phenomena, which means that we need to produce real results in more ways than one, that is. Yeah, but so far we have encountered one distortion. Outside of the Blue Child gang, but I don't count them really because they are kind of their own faction. I mean, more like in a way of fixing distortions or researching them. So far, we only had really Papa Bongi, and that's it. I did hear that this epidemic of distortion phenomena can be pretty annoying to deal with. No one has properly defined what these distortions truly are. This means that not many are willing to jump into dealing with this new phenomenon build. Oh yeah, also Dongring, I forgot about him, but he kinda manifested ego at the same time, so... Looks at Encore and braces becomes snack hot dog. NCorp is just built different. We did hear that some area preparing to launch an association, primarily dealing with distortions, but that's all that it is, an association. We intend to deal with it on a corporate level. Right, but how's any of that our business? What reason do we have to go out of our way to tussle with those distortions? Here's how it's your business. The order came all the way from the top, the highest authority of our company. Don't they teach you how to follow orders in the slums? Yo, if we taking care of distortions, can we fix Jan? Please? At some point in the game? Please? Please, I'm back of the game! Can we fix him? This poor guy! That does it. You're not leaving the bus alive. Manager? Kaiman ignored Heathcliff, who was visibly fuming, and turned to face me. My attitude towards your minions, and the company's attitude towards them. It all depends on the choices you make, and your leadership. I'm unaware of why fix. So, Jan is a character from the game before, Library of Ruina, and that guy got so fucked over. Basically, the TLDR of his story is that everything he was trying to do was already predicted, and he was just essentially fulfilling what he was supposed to do, even though he thought that he was doing his own will. And it broke his mind, and he turned into a distortion. And it was one of my favorite storylines in Library of Ruina, and yeah, considering that all of the enemies that we fought in Library of Ruina are now out and running around, he's still in the city alive, and he's a distortion. So if we're gonna fix distortions, can we please fix him? He got turned into a giant typewriter that speaks in inks. Yeah. Man, the index is so cool. They were unironically my favorite part of Ruina. Fucking love them. I can't wait until we get a one-day index IDs. Please. With that, she produced an envelope from under her arm and handed it over. At the end of the day, though, the choice is yours. Your men aren't completely wrong. If you would like to focus solely on your primary mission, the Golden Boss, then fine. It's not like the company is going to kick you and your meat shields out. But do understand that the company's treatment of the sinners may change depending on what you decide to do here. Virgilius listens quietly, his eyes shut. Now then, Red Gaze, I'll be taking my leave now, until next time. Fine, but next time I'd prefer it if you would watch your language. These meat shields are still under my guidance, so try not to disturb me as well, Well, that depends on what the manager does, doesn't it? Excuse me? She left, leaving nothing but the awkward silence behind. Is she gone, bloody prick? After that brief moment of quiet, everyone began sighing and complaining as though they'd just been ungagged. Almost burst a blood vessel listening to all that. I thought I'd soften my temper with age. Still, good work keeping things non-violent, guys. I don't think she said anything wrong, though. I found her manner of speech quite convenient. There was no need to unnecessarily read between the lines. I had little trouble understanding her and organizing my thoughts accordingly. I guess that's one way of looking at things. Anyway, she's right that we really don't have much say in the matter. The company asks us to do our jobs, we do our jobs. I don't have anything to add myself. I have no issues for following orders. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I tried my best to cheer up the sinners as I opened the envelope she left behind. Not much of note was in there. One old-fashioned walkie-talkie, a bunch of signed and stamped paperwork, and, mission location. Yongyin Building. Let's go, Karen. Yongyin. Right work. Got it. I'm feeling it. Bzz, bzz. Here we go. Vroom, vroom. Judging by the lack of surprise, both Karen and Virgilius already knew where to go. And the bus took off. I hope we see Kaiman again. Who's the grey gear girl? It's Karen. She's our bus driver. She's the room room girl. Can I actually buy? I have 198. I'm gonna go for the Dawn first. You have watched me play Limbus Company so many times. You have. I'm pretty sure you asked, who is that girl? Multiple times already. Karen doesn't need to read a map. Karen just knows. You only need to trust in her.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야. 정화.
Go be watching stream, not paying attention. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Unbelievable. Second screen content for real.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
Listen to your safe face. Good enough.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
느려졌네 저거. 맞추기 쉽고.
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
우리
Only remember guys are the most mascot character.
방심하면 안 돼.
Absolutely.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어? 정화.
소란이 줄었네요. 소란이 줄었네요.
Remember the 5 and Palm that made me hate mascots. Understandable. Man, when a game has like a mascot that constantly talks, it's instantly a turn off for the entire game for me, not gonna lie.
와,
It's like,
보여?
ugh,
더 이상
mascot talks, get me out of here.
이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
I never really disliked mascot characters, but at this point I honestly do. Unless you barely see the mascot character. I especially hate it when the mascot is a marketable plushie. Because when they're designed to be a marketable plushie, you know they're gonna be the most annoying. For some reason, mascots have gone from you're just supposed to see them as like a picture and they're supposed to look cute, into they need to explain everything. And they always have like a childish, annoying personality. All of them. And it's the absolute worst. Holy shit! Sadly I don't know Borderlands, so I don't know who that character is.
혹시 할 수 없다고 생각하는 직원이 보인다면 나한테 말해줄래?
Which are like, okay, it's something I have no idea about.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
꿰뚫려라. 전열이 무너졌군. 꿰뚫려라. 생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
정신 차리게. 장부에 따르면 맨정신에 죽여야 하니까.
Oh yeah, by the way, I said it already, but this weekend I'm gonna set up a redeem shop. And if anyone has like a good idea what I could do as a redeem that they would like to see, feel free to put your suggestions just in chat. Because like if you have a good idea, just tell me. Why not? Hydrate. Yeah, I was already thinking about hydrate. It's like the most obvious one.
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
But yeah. And they also like function for all. Not remove head, no! Will not remove the head. They also function equally for all the platforms. The thing is, I don't have the normal Twitch redeems. Unhydration, no! Dehydrate. Because the thing is, I'm no longer affiliate over on Twitch, so I also don't have the normal redeems for Twitch. And I'm not gonna put the affiliate status back on Twitch. For the very simple reason, I rather have not the advertisement on my channel. I rather just have no redeems and just have them only over bot-rigs instead of having ads. Stretch and posture? No, 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 no. I will stay as a shrimp, okay? You can't unshrimp me. That's illegal. Bathroom. You should piss now!
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이에요.
Scary news. What do you mean, scary news? Something continued to nag at the back of my mind during the frequent stops and combat encounters. There was this one thing I just could not understand. That if you get many viewers, Twitch gives you abs anyway. But not confirmed. I need to look that up. I mean, honestly, no one watches me on Twitch anyway, outside of like occasionally one or two, but that is kind of scary. That kind of sucks. This is pretty much expected from Virgilius at this point, but... Walmart doesn't even exist in my country! What do you mean? Leave the entirety of my continent to go find a Walmart. This is pretty much expected from Virgilius at this point, but... If he already knew where we are going and why, would it hurt to tell us for once? I muttered to myself while looking towards the back of the bus where Angdu slept. She was still out cold. Oh, really funny story about the reason why Walmart doesn't exist in Germany. The reason they tried to get a hold of the market here, and it has become an entire study on how to not expand into different countries. That's how hard they fucked up, by the way. They decided they're just gonna open their stores here and they run them the exact same as over in the US. Which, is a fucking dumb idea. Because the culture couldn't be more different. So people just hated going there. The people hated working there and people hated going there. So they just went bankrupt over here. They just had to pull out super quickly. Like, very quickly. I muttered to myself while looking toward the back of the bus where Angdu slept. She was still out cold. Oh wait, I just read that. Come on, Faust. I legitimately think that this is something we have to talk about. Can you please relay my question to Virgilius? Ha, if you won't do it, then I will. A journey can't always be sunshine and rainbows. Some friction is necessary. You there, guide! I would just relate my question, then began to share some of her own grievances with Virgilius. I'll expand by staying in one spot for 100 years. What? A lot of her own grievances. You finished? Well, you're not wrong. I did hear most of the details through the radio. And here's why I didn't tell you in advance. It's because you're the kind of people who never learn until the problem crashes through your front door. Would you have done anything differently if you knew in advance? It'll only serve to guide you, to give you an excuse to whine about it. So there it is. What now, manager? Will you refuse this mission? How could I? They're already treating us like dirt. If I refuse this, I can't imagine how much worse it'll get. I'm sure you're thinking, how could I? And you'd be right. I can tell from the way he's looking at me that he already knew I was going to say. Walmart the size of America. I now I get it. Just make the store itself bigger and bigger until it encloses literally the entirety of the continent. And then you go to the next continent and do it all over again. I'm starting to wonder if he really can't hear me. Oh, I guess this is awake. You should go and ask her for directions, manager. Karen I can't read. Intuition can only take us so far. Again, this would have gone much smoother if we had been told where we are going from the start. But like always, Virgilius felt the need to add comments like that before shutting me down and turning away. He'd already closed his eyes. Allow me to explicate our present circumstances to here. Yisan got up with an awkward smile in an attempt to clear the air. I live in Walmart. Yeah, the Walmart where everyone lives in. After some time, Yisang seemed to have successfully explained our circumstances to Angdu. She was standing next to Karen, trying to give her proper directions. She had also told us that as long as we assist her with her mission, she wouldn't mind us taking the black steel for ourselves. Turn to right there. They've already set up camp there. People dressed in Kurokumo clan's garbs were wandering around the building, standing guard before its entrance. I have to! Mentor Bamboo-headed Kim! Delaying further will only allow distortion to grow more powerful. We must enter the building as soon as possible. Cameron's just in the background watching Dante's move to maybe give him a dropkick randomly. She's just standing around the corner and she's just waiting until she can just kick Dante's legs away while he's walking to make him fall over. Angdu had already reared out of bus and was rushing in with her weapon drawn. We quickly followed suit. Oh no, I can't believe Dante got hit by a giant rock in his big clock face. How could that happen? Meanwhile, Kaiman on the roof of some random building, literally sniping rocks.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
정화.
Dante got hit by a clock. She uses different clocks as a kind of frisbee to hit Dante.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
거치적거리지만 마.
Using his kind against him. Clock versus clock. Wait, what is Dante? What do you mean? Dante is Dante.
이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네. 아, 이대로
Oh wait, I
영영
don't have
움직이지
enough
못하게
charge.
만들어보자.
Just a clock guy or a species of clock? A person whose head was replaced with a clock.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Literally just a prosthetic head.
정신 차리게.
And the clock can turn back deaf.
죽여야 하니까.
No head? In fact, Dante has no mouth. And I'm actually kinda wondering how the fuck Dante has not starved to death yet.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
No head from Dante. And there are ways to feed through tubes. Oh no! Just every evening when Dante is lying in his room, he just like has a feeding tube in his arm.
지휘팀이라면
That is kinda
완벽하고
horrifying,
빈틈없이
but I can
모든 걸
imagine that
끝마쳐야
happening
하지
for some
않겠어?
reason. Why not? In fact, he's glad he has no eyes or mouth. Oh,
쉽군.
true, she did that! They were eating once, and Dante was like, I can't eat, I don't have a mouth.
가까워진다. 항해 끝.
Yeah, that did happen.
와, 성공했어.
Honestly, considering where we sometimes like go through, like area-wise, it's probably nice when you cannot smell what your surrounding actually smells like, considering how dirty and stinky some places of the city probably are. I imagine the back streets are very stinky. Having a nose, probably not a good idea. This turkey sandwich liquid is tasty in my arm. Delicious. Getting that premium liquid IV.
제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네. 아, 이대로 영영 움직이지 못하게 만들어 보자.
정화.
You know how much this stuff costs even? What? A drip for food.
제가 팠군.
늘어졌네 저거.
You can just go look that up. Just Google, how much does an IV drip cost? Because he would have dropped dead from the city smell alone, especially smelly gas leakage. Yo, the city must smell horrible.
죽었네요.
It probably... I can honestly probably imagine how the city smells like, because I live in a very smelly city. And some places it's like I wish I had no nose. I'm already a very fast walker, but there's a lot of places where I'm downright sprinting because I need to escape the smell. Damn it. Looks like this was the last one of them. Ah, the aroma of blood. Some splattered fresh, some old and growing viscous. I can already tell that there will be a college of different blood splatters waiting for me in there. I'm excited to see this collection for myself. This one expresses brutal thoughts with such nonchalance, as one muses about their next meal. Whichever may be the case, the way is open. We must move with haste. Engdu did not hesitate for a second before disappearing into the building's entrance. Man, I'm impressed by her energy. Wasn't she knocked out cold just a few minutes ago? It is sheer willpower that moves her. What other choice does she have when her superior is captured? From the name alone I expected Yongyan building to be much taller than just 6 floors, building and all. It is a common naming convention in the back streets. I looked up towards the rooftop of the building Honglu was looking at and suddenly grew curious. Hi, Shark! What time is it right now? It's full of smell of chemical, dried corpse, or iron and random chewed cannibalism. Honestly, I imagine the city to smell like when you're near fast food restaurant chains and there is sewage nearby, and you can on a hot day you can smell how the sewage smell comes to the surface. That's what it probably smells like, which is everything horrible that you do not want to smell. What time is it right? Dante! You are a clock! How can you not tell the time? Dante! Look in the mirror! Tell me what time it is! Need a mirror. I love Rodion. She's my wife. I would marry her. My head doesn't actually tell time, you know. It is 2:10 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon. It's not midday, but it's not supposed to be this dark, is it? How is this glooming and dark at 12 in the afternoon? I'm starting to lose my sense of time in here. It seems particularly dark around this area we're in, while compared to the smoke war days, it's still bright as a sunny day. I suppose that's true. The back streets of T-Corp are known to be in perpetual state of murkiness. I am probably going to be cosplaying Rodion this year for Konichi. I still need to go get the cosplay done, but I'll probably be doing her. Because Rodion has the same hair like I do, so I do not need to do anything with my hair. Two, not 12? Did I read it wrong again? Holy shit. I can't talk today. The back streets of T-Corp are known to be in a perpetual state of murkiness. Their machines ceaselessly discharge heavy plumes of smoke with cloud the skies. That and the constant color drainage keeps the back streets of T-Corp dark and dreary. You said 12 in the afternoon. I think I said 2:10, I think. Of course, I must also inform you that the conditions have improved somewhat after the smoke war due to the various extenuating prohibitive conditions introduced by the outcome of that war that limits the production of smoke. Before the war, we have no time for idle chatter, come on! We hurry towards Engdu's urgent cries. You said 2:10, then you read 12. Well, what can I say? I'm stupid. I can't read. Okay, I'm illiterate apparently. Today I learned that I'm illiterate. There were more Blade-lineage bastards left. But the last took them all out already. They were nothing but mewling minions. The size of their bravado ill-matched their immature skills. They foolishly decided to stand their ground instead of retreating upstairs. An electric buzz of sorts played from the radio I had stashed in my clothes. Gaslight yourself to... Thank you, said it right! I am gaslighting myself, thinking I can read, but I'm actually illiterate. My entire reading comprehension skills are me gaslighting myself. Most gamers are illiterate? Absolutely. We are all illiterate. Every last one of us. Is someone calling this radio? The sound became much clearer when I unfolded the antenna from the radio. LCD here, can you hear me? Acknowledge, come on. The voice coming from the other end of the radio was upbeat, to put it mildly, and very chaotic. Okay, I just have to press this button, right? But, well, I'll talk, but it's not like you can hear. They actually TikTok! Alright, I called you for a reason. I'm just calling to relay a message, so don't bother responding, yeah? My friends people müssen get annoyed what you need to do was set in the top left. Oh, I hate that. When, like, the tutorial is right there on the screen, but it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? It's like, it's right there! Okay. We don't have much time, so let me keep it short. Remember that black steel you guys were sent to retrieve, the monolith? I'm picking up a super huge bump in the monolith signal in the area near you. That signal can force people to distort for your information. Okay. Force people to distort. We have to contain it before that seeping signal goes completely out of control, okay? What the heck is this? Do they just have, like, a pillar, like a rod made out of Carmen telling people to distort themselves? Solidified Carmen? She's doing that just there when it says that she needs to do suffering. Oh my bad, I've got some stuff going on over here too, you know. Anyway, I gotta keep this short, so let me just empathize the times of the essence here. Over and out. The call dropped before any of us even had the chance to say anything. She's, pretty lively, huh? We don't have time to sit around dumbfounded, Clockhead. Let's crack on. Everyone, I think the elevator's broken. I see that you and your fellows now also have a reason to hurry. You say that we break through the lines and rise through the stairwell. What do you say? We don't have a choice. Come on, let's go. I put the radio back in my pocket and began running up the stairs. It's a statue of Greeks, but somewhere it's full of Carmen! No! Everything but the Carmens! Goddamn Carmen! Meanwhile, Ayan looking the other way, pretending he didn't see that right now. Dude's just doing nothing. He's just doing nothing. He's useless. Oh, yes, delicious enkephalin.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Seriously, the stairwell is the real challenge, isn't it? Not the Kurokomo clan, guys. Curious, is it not? Huh? What is? They filled the stairwell full of weaklings who clearly don't know what they're doing. YouTube is really bad today. I mean, you can also just swap to a different chat box if it's too bad. That's the joys of multi-stream. You can just use a different chat if one is not working. Perhaps they weren't trying to stop us from going upstairs. Perhaps they were afraid of retreating upstairs. No, it can't be. Engdu's expression darkened. Maybe she had an inkling of a bad omen. Dost thou worry for thy mentor? Don Quixote carefully sided to Engdu's side with a sympathetic expression. Oh no, not purple bloweye! Purple shark's nemesis! How could I not? What kind of person was Mr. Bamboo-Hatted Kim? Engdu appeared conflicted, as though she was having trouble organizing her own thoughts. She shook her head and sighed. He was a steadfast man. Protected what needed protecting, killed what needed killing. He was always one of the Blade lineage's finest. I dare say that he was one of the most skilled swordsmen within the lineage. A man of few words who always sought to take good care of those under his wings. If only he hadn't made that decision. My fellows would not have met such a terrible fate. Oh. Sinclair half opened his mouth, apparently curious about what that decision might have been. But he soon realized that this was probably not the time to pry and quietly closed his mouth. Whichever may be the case, I have no choice but to make haste. Then we have no choice but to make haste with her. Man, Bamboo-Hatted Kim, he's so cool. It tells you a lot that a character is so popular despite actually no story content existing in the game he first appeared in. Literally just being a random side boss. That you can actually just miss if you do not bother interacting with doing extra fights. Give of Chibi Don. Yeah, Don is also super popular. Don is probably going to be the chapter after the next one. If I remember correctly. Can't make a stitch mode of 70 accidentally by dropping in like whoops, they do that. Honestly, monoliths that distort people.
오늘도 즐거운 하루
Yo, that
되시고요.
sounds like something that is absolutely made by Carmen.
잠시만 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게요.
100% she was involved. Ain't no way she's not. Carmen is doing ear licking ASMR to make people distort. Oh god, no! Ooh, pick a number from 1 to 5, 1 to 8. I'm picking 5. I pick number 5. Carmen, what is that microphone? Why does that microphone have 2 ears? Carmen, what are you doing? Learn to read. I'm sorry. Oh, today is really bad. Today is really, really bad. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
소란이 줄었네요.
My throat feels like a desert and I say everything wrong.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Today is a day.
꽤잘 갈렸고.
Once more, what isn't wrong with you? Hi there, welcome back, Abby. This is Limbus company. It has a gacha, but it actually is not really a gacha. It is a very heavily story-focused game, and
개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네.
yeah,
이대로 남은
it's mostly a very story-focused game. The gacha is almost basically non-existent.
정화.
Drink goddamn water. I'm drinking goddamn water. Drink wine. Maybe being drunk will make me read better.
가까워진다. 한이 끝.
차리게.
I still have a bit of wine left.
맨정신에 지배하니까.
It will real. Absolutely. Drink wine will make you better at
우리가 우세를
streaming.
점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
Being drunk
지휘팀이라면
makes you-
완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸
Forgot what I wanted
끝마쳐야
to
하지
say.
않겠어?
I don't brain today. I think I have brain damage today. Today I have a high amount of brain damage. Win game by using only their base skill. Honestly, yeah. Man, whenever I see someone go like, oh, I beat XY difficult content with only insert bad IDs here, I'm just like, okay, cool, but how much time did you waste to do that? What a waste of time. What an actual waste of time. Resetting over and over until it like will work out. Wow.
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
At least 20% brain damage, should I have 70? Absolutely, yeah. I beat Spiral Abyss with 36 stars and only 3 4 stars.
들리지 않네.
Just like,
심장
okay,
고동
cool,
소리.
good for you.
모든 고래. 심장.
And then you always have those stupid idiots, and I hate those type of people going like, why have you not cleared XY content yet? Don't you know that someone did it only with the poo poo peep peep? 1-star character? What are you? Skill issue? And it's like, no, I do not wish to waste my time to do that. It's not skill issue. It's saying, I rather do literally anything else and have fun in my life. It means that I touch grass, unlike you. Yeah, I wish to enjoy things. Game design issue.
가자. 죽이라.
It is what it
나만
is.
믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
보자 너.
This game design is just when there isn't at least one character with a comically big head. Where is our comically big head character in Limbus? We don't have a character with a giant head. Never mind, Mariachi Sinclair exists, and take that back, I forgot he exists. I'm sorry. We have one character with a big head in this game. My statement has been debunked by myself.
대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
That sorry sounded genuine. I apologize on behalf of the Big Head gang, Big Head enjoyers. As someone with a big head, that was a very rude comment I made about lack of big head in this game.
상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
Therefore, I apologize to Big Head community. Let me make my YouTube apology. Wait. I made a mistake. I wrongly assumed that the hit game Limbus company does not have a big-headed character. Alas, I was absolutely wrong about that. The game does have big-headed characters. I'm sorry, but Mariachi Sinclair exists. It's just that he sucks so unimaginable ass that I forgot he exists. And also, now with the new Blade lineage Mersault, we have another Big Head character. So on behalf of Big Head Corporation, I apologize. I'm very sorry for my lapse in judgment. Let me get my ukulele now! Sadly, I cannot play ukulele, so I can't offer that. I'm very sorry about that. Big Head Gaming!
가까워진다. 항해 끝.
But I'm supposed to say sorry? True, true. You're actually not supposed to say sorry. I can understand how you can see it wrong. We need to make a horrible apology. I hope you will learn to change. I'm sorry that you got offended. I'm sorry that my statement about lack of big head offended you.
혹시 할 수 없다고 생각하는 직원이 보인다면
What did you hear about Yeah, I know about that! As if I wouldn't know about that one! My guy, I have been on YouTube for most of my life! I know about all the big apology videos! Don't you dare slander me like that!
거치적거리지만 마.
You're supposed to... Yeah, you're supposed to just actually blame other people. I know. Also, the big side at the beginning is just beautiful. And then write in ChatGPT 90k words with music fans. Hey ChatGPT, can you make me a apology video for YouTube about offending the big head community by saying there are no big heads in Limbus company? Throw another Michi under the bus like any color? They throw themselves under the bus at this point. Then it's not any color throwing under the bus, it's themselves throwing under the bus now, okay? We have advanced in the Niji drama. It's not even funny anymore. Every part of any color is suffering, absolutely.
검을 덜
Bunch of
갈았었나?
clowns. There, I said it. Clowns, every last one of them. Where the people are... You know what I'm so fucking happy about? That the guy finally got his fucking payback for all of his racist comments. I cannot believe people did not get mad about that earlier. They fired Zion for that. Meanwhile, that guy has been doing it since his debut, essentially. And no one gave a shit. Just right out in the open. Racist on main! This man wakes up and chooses racism. Oh, don't worry, Shark. That's very specific VTuber drama. If you're not too deep in the rabbit hole, don't worry about it. Fired over these nuts. Is it the rigger? No, it's literally just one of their streamers.
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
The thing is, he's racist against white male people, and he is gay, so therefore it's fine, apparently, for people. Oh wait, those are Pikachullums. Absolute clowns, 100%.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Not even VTuber rabbit hole. Yeah, if you're not deep in, don't worry about it. It's just like
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속
검을 덜
나아가보자.
갈았었나?
don't worry about it. These are just babies. Didn't even notice I was fighting these things. That's how much I was distracted.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어. 적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
정화.
I mean, it sounds pretty dumb. There is literally a over 5-minute compilation of him just saying the most dumbass shit imaginable. And I 100% bet if people dig deeper, that 5 minutes can be made a lot longer.
더 이상 움직이지 않네.
Oh, so these are the new
움직일 수
Pikachullums.
없게 만들어보자.
Oh. They are all grown up now. Look at the little guys. It didn't went under the radar. People just didn't give a shit. It wasn't like it was completely unknown. It didn't come out of nowhere. Like, I don't watch any Niji people, and I knew about that since a long time. Like, I don't watch any of them, and I knew about it. And the little ones call their big brother, and it's just like, Ma, they're bullying us. They're just saying we're trash mobs. Didn't know about it until yesterday. It's kind of surprising that a lot of people didn't know, because I thought it was just out in the open, because it was so blatant. Anyway, let's not talk about that bullshit, honestly. Let's just enjoy the game. Let's just have fun. Who cares about them? No one cares. Let's talk about big head character. Absolutely. I love me some big heads.
방금 공격은 좋았어.
I need one big head character, like one big head ID on every character, so I can make a full big head team.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어. 적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
보자 너.
I'm just gonna dodge, I'm gonna ignore them.
전열이 무너졌군.
늘어졌네.
Never answered the question. What question? Did I not see it? Big head, we just put the head as the weapon because art! There's the big sword on her head.
잘 갈렸군.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
Big head Ryosho, I want, honestly. It sounds awesome.
모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
I do have your consent to make monster layered armor set up. Absolutely! Absolutely! Feel free to just do that. That sounds awesome. I would love to see it. Imagine anime coming out, a character head is slowly getting bigger and bigger for the course of the series.
우리가 우세를
That's how you show to the viewers that the power level is rising.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
열려라. 생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
가까워진다. 항해의 끝.
Well, I get it gets just action for the entire episode. Honestly, if the card that hit me had actually isekai'd me, I think I would have loved to get isekai'd into a world where I can show my power based on my head size. Sadly, I survived. Sadly, it only hit my shoulder, so I didn't get fully driven over. Repeat the big prophecy, they're gonna call their mom in future update. Good! I'm gonna destroy the entire family! The entire bloodline! Second VTuber freak got hit by a vehicle. A lot of people get hit by vehicles. It happens every day. Would you like to live in the Pokemon world? Absolutely. I would have like a giant head in the Pokemon world, and I would put my Pokeballs on top of my head. And when I need to send out a new Pokemon, I grab a ball from the top of my head. I'm gesturing what I'm doing right now with my arms, but sadly, I'm only a 2D person, so you cannot see my frantic arm movements. Do you just fight a Pekatula? Yes. Their appearance are rather dissimilar from what we have encountered before. They appear to have grown more acute. Literally desperately needs a 3D model. Unironically, I would probably be better off with a 3D body, because I do move a lot around. When I make a lot of hand gestures. I do a lot of signing around with my hands. Even like normally, when I just sit in a voice call with people, when I get like into some topic, I just keep making hand movements left and right. Then you see the world of Limbus with the blue hobo somewhere somehow. No! Don't isekai me into the city, please. That's the one place I don't want to end up, okay? Visual 3 model would be moving her arms so much like she's doing Naruto gang signs. Probably, yeah. If I was 3D, I would be doing entire ninjutsus on stream. There are evolutions of each Pekatula. The kind of Pekatula one transforms into depends on the type of sin that one has embodied in life, so it is no surprise that there may be variations of them. But we've never encountered anything like them before. Collecting golden balls could have expedited the Pekatula growth process. Those balls, they really have something to do with everything, huh? Our job is starting to look a lot more serious. Gang signs honestly is correct. One fishy becomes 10 thanks to ninjutsu. Just like clone myself and make like all my models next to each other. Right, it reminds me, those Pekatula are each supposed to represent some kind of sin, right? Sin. My thoughts grow distant all of a sudden. No, the sinners grow distant while my thoughts draw nearer. Their voices grow muffled. The word sin feels oddly unfamiliar today. It appears that they have lost their sense of self. Their original forms now forgotten to oblivion. Why is everything blurry? Self. Aren't distortions kinda similar to that? Some people become distortions and some people become Pekatula. I wonder what the difference is. I think I know. Planted in the hearts of all are seeds with ever-present potential to bloom. Executive manager? What'd you say? V talked over you, so I couldn't hear. If you would allow me to continue, maintaining the self even at times of extreme stress could cause one to evolve into a distortion, and when the light of that day descends upon the hearts of every human, blooming the seeds buried deep within. Manager? If once redacted, censored, devoured by their sins, they are reborn in the form of the image reflecting the, dreamed by those who are nothing. Dante? Dante, what is... If one withstands, yet, their sins, the heart... But what the hell, Clockhead? What in the bloody hell are you talking about? I like the sound of that. Has someone gone awry with their prosthetic head? Yet, if one seeks to bear the shell of their original hearts. Ego, is that what you are speaking of? And in a world perceived through their own, the shall be unveiled to their egos, Melt into by of sin. Huh? They're starting to talk a bit like my grandfather. Huh? Manager, your head! Executive manager, your head is on fire! Oh, what a blaze! I think they're about to explode. Only those who can define their own. Oh, we gotta do something before Clockhead bites it. Got any bright ideas, lass? I know not what to do. Only those who are awakened to their own. God, this scorching. I had thought that Manager Esquire's flaming head was merely for style, for I had not once felt such heat from it. Faust, what if they accidentally activate the self-destruct sequence? This heat, if we don't dose it now, it's going to melt everything around them. Yes, the operating principles are the same. Dante is, via the Golden Boss, connected to the root of the sapling planted in the subterranean area of the headquarters. Which is to say that... Who gives a shite about a boss? We've got to douse the flames on their head. Water. Does nay one have water? We must make haste and douse the flames. Sometime later. Pray tell, art thou recovered? My eyes, if I had eyes, that is... opened slowly. I was lying on the ground, surrounded by the sinners. Bye-bye, Foxbot. Have a nice sleep. What happened? Darkest Dungeon, that meme of no way. Honestly, yeah, it looked like when you lose your sanity in Darkest Dungeon. But this is pretty interesting. I like what's going on here. Do you not recall what had transpired? I guess I don't. I do remember walking up the stairs and suddenly feeling really dizzy. Executive manager, you must visit a workshop to get that looked at as soon as we return. Huh? A workshop? Did I malfunction or something? Don't talk about them like you're talking about some machine. Either way, there isn't anything we can do about what just happened. Not here. We can discuss this later once we return. What just transpired does not seem to pose any hindrance to our mission. Bro figured out the secrets of the universe, almost died, immediately forgot. He figured out what the head is up to. They immediately forgot. Engdu, where is... She has advanced without us. While I remain curious, yet concerned about your condition. We must reconvene with her. The situation calls for urgency. Yeah, okay. There was a lot I didn't understand, but since we're in the middle of an operation... Let's deal with this first. Than to talk about some egoist. Man, I hope we encounter some full ego characters at some point. I just... Love to see it. Oh, there he is! You can see him here with his glowing eye. Huh. Why'd have to break? Why now? There was a nervous-looking man on top of the stairs, on the uppermost floor of the building. I could immediately tell that this man was unlike any other foe we faced in this building. It better be quiet in here. I hope that thing at least stays put. He kept looking into his pocket watch as though he was expecting something awful to come out of the door. His garb, which highly resembles the Kurokomo clan's standard outfits, suggests that he is a relevant individual in this case. It is possible to extrapolate from his outfit that he is of higher rank than any foe we have defeated on the course of this location. Then, before I even had the chance to just waiting for a bit to come up with a strategy, Engdu was already charging at the man. You must be a captain of the Kurokomo clan. What the... You wish to hunt the blade lineage? Very well, here I stand before you. Face my blade. I suppose this means that my men are all dead, huh? I tossed you into that office if I could, but... the merchandise is still in there. Come on. Suppose I got no choice but to fight. At least allow me to introduce myself. Then you can tell me who you are. Name's Yun, captain of the boys you killed. Engdu, Salsu from the lineage of Blades. A follower of mentor Bamboo-Hatted Kim. The hallway before the door falls silent. It is as calm as a winter dawn. The two warriors, blades drawn, begin to take cautious steps. It is as though they are attempting to gauge a distance between each other. Is she dead? There was a sudden flash. When I came to my senses, the pair suddenly switched sides, facing away from each other. The outcome of this clash. Come on, that's it, huh? Miss Engdu. Appears to have been Engdu's defeat. She fell to her knees. I mean, I was just getting started. I'm surprised she even had any energy left for that attack. She's been fighting the Kurokumo clan henchmen on the front lines before we even had the chance to catch up. No wonder she's exhausted. She got nothing personnel. Teleports behind her. I must also remind you that she was on the verge of death not so long ago. She has overexerted herself. What are the rest of you gonna fight me too? This hardly seems fair, me against all of you. This Yun rested his blade on his shoulder with an annoyed scowl. I could tell from his single clash against Engdu that he wasn't going down easily. Well, I don't like that we're all ganging up against this one guy, but... We've got one loud-ass clock for a head. What even is that? Is it some local T-Corp, clock-shaped prosthetic fashion or something? It is a clock, right? You there. Is that clock head on time? Mate, what do you think? That clock ain't for telling time. Huh, then what do you decapitate yourself for? What I use this clock? Okay then, any of you got a timepiece, a clock, a watch, anyone? My stupid watch broke again. The sinners motlessly begin to surround Yun. I guess not. Are any of you even wearing a watch? You must all be insane, sauntering about without a timepiece. Even if I did, I would hardly find it within myself to show it to thee. We're all really getting on my nerves. You know what? That's it. I'll be in deep shit if I let anyone in here anyway. So come and get me. I'll cut you down if that's the last thing I do. Looks at a G-Cop incident that made fun for Dante's head. I always love just the chandelier being crashed down for artistic purposes.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만.
That's something that happened earlier in the game. Don't worry about it. Story related. So.
거치적거리지만 마.
방금 건 제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데. 오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게.
The clock isn't uses all the luck. Mayhaps.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해 보면 좋을 텐데.
Silence bot. Don't silence the bot. One day, next week, he will actually have stuff in the shop next week, or maybe on Sunday, depending if I do it on Sunday or Saturday. We have a bot in chat, guys. Rest of Hammer. No, leave the poor Patricks alone. He's done nothing.
완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
보자 너. 늘어졌네 저거.
전열이 무너졌고
Poor little Patricks. But yeah, I tried to set up the shop on Saturday.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
And then you can all have funny redeems on all platforms.
모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
이걸로 제가 받거네. 이걸로 제가 받거네.
와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
Restaurants! It's gonna have like a command to check where the nearest place to eat is. For legal reasons, I don't know where you live. Are we already fighting him? I didn't even notice. No! There will not be an end stream command! You dick! Why are we already fighting him? What can he even, what can he do?
나도 자주 덤벼서 수첩에 모든 걸 적어놓으며 다녔거든. 마음만 약해지지만 않으면 되는 거야.
Okay.
보자 너.
Why are you mean? Don't despawn and kill the fish! Look at his counter. Oh, I didn't check his counter. I only really quickly glanced over his stuff. Yeah, rip Ishmael. Make fish leave, but leave the head.
직원 하나가 더 이상 움직이지 않아. 어? 다들 왜 그런 표정이야? 마음이 벌써 약해진 거야? 고작 이런 걸로?
Okay.
보자 너.
Remove streamer. Whamming bullied. Yeah, but the problem with like human fights, you can't really control to take out the minions first. Holy shit. He got hands. He has hands.
끝이.
Shag! Purple bloweye is bullying! Oh god.
다들 왜 그런 표정이야? 마음이 벌써 약해진 거야? 고작 이런 걸로?
거치적거리지만 마.
My Faust is distorted!
모든 것을 토해내더라도.
One unfair fight beats everyone! Fish fucks around and finds out. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Wait, Mariosho despawned! Where's Mariosho? Can't have shit in this game, they took Mariosho!
끝이.
I demand 300 lunacy for deleting her!
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
I demand compensation!
완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Tell you up that she don't stop! She is so good at it! The ego just made her poof. That's the hidden she ID she has. Yo, I can't believe they added she Ryosho without anyone noticing. That's how stealthy she is. God damn it. Imagine when you know, if I encounter him again, I know what to do. I fucked around and I found out.
가까워진다.
He's dead. Easy. I didn't even struggle. Easiest fight of my life. Didn't even need to use my brain. I did not die on the first try. Now let us converse for a moment. Engdu seemed to have recovered somewhat as we thought. She bound Yun with a rope before throwing him to the ground. Very simple! I do not expect the mere captain to know why your organization has put a bounty on our heads. But I cannot quite place the reasons you were standing guard before this room. It's as though you were protecting our mentor from us of all people. Wait, it wasn't just you, was it? Every Korokumo clan filth we killed on our way up to the floor stood in our path like they were protecting something with their lives. Fine, here's the truth then. We are the victims here. Whatever do you mean? You guys really have a way of pushing my buttons, huh? We weren't part of the party pursuing you or cutting you down. That was none of my business. You're just one of many, many syndicates or organizations that were unlucky enough to be on the FAM's shit list. Our run-in was just a coincidence. We were ordered by the FAM to stand guard next to a black steel here, that's all. Everyone was on edge because we were supposed to transport it elsewhere pretty soon. And that's when you blade lineage bastards appeared out of nowhere. Out of nowhere? I see, so this is where our mentor has awakened. You sound like you know something that I don't. Can't say I've ever heard of a tech that could blip people into existence, just like that. Thought they were using a singularity or something. Besides, the blade lineage never had a chance. Our numerical advantage was insurmountable. Of course. We had your friends cornered. We had no trouble cutting them down until there were but 3 of you left standing. Then all of a sudden, your boss's eyes suddenly began to glow and megalomania started to play. He cut down everyone around him. It was a one-sided slaughter. What then? You got that right, Blade Lineage. Kurokomo clan, it didn't matter. He cut through everyone. So what the hell was I supposed to do? What were we supposed to do? I'm their captain. The lives of my men are my responsibility. I had to save them somehow. So I stayed behind to guard the door while my men guarded the entrance to this building. What other choice did I have? Ha, shit. Delivery deadline's coming up. I'm finished. This won't end with me having to cut a finger or two, damn it. Engdu struck the back of Yun's neck with a swift precision and dropped him to the floor. Engdu, that man had already been subdued. Wherefore didst thou have merely put him to sleep? He would have caused us trouble had we attempted to enter that room while he was conscious. I must talk to the mentor, see him with my own eyes. Have you gone deathless? Your boss will cut you down anyone who gets too close. No, that cannot be. She's about to get killed, isn't she? She has a goddamn death flag! Dante, we can infer from what information we have gathered that... Yeah, I agree. There's a powerful aura coming from behind that door. I can sense it. Our mentor. Engdu's hands tremble as they wrap around the doorknob. We must prepare for battle. I know that mentor, bamboo-headed Kim, will do no such thing. Oh, she's dead. She slammed the door open. I need to come face to face with a distortion. He doesn't look that distorted yet. He just has a cool eye now. He seems... We can fix him.
들리지 않네.
We can fix him. Only his eye is glowing so far.
모든 고래 심장 소리 멈춰도 있을까? 돌아갈 것.
Delicious and Kefalin.
빨리 시작하시죠.
Mentor, what is this? I recognize these wounds. These are your techniques. How could you put your blade to our fellows? Attempting to communicate seems futile. Pitch black flames lingered behind this man she called Bamboo-Headed Kim, her mentor. Something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. I could definitely sense it. This was a distortion. Cease your beastly howls and talk to me. Please, say something. Oi, don't get too close. The distortion unsheathed its blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range. That stands. You're going to kill... Get out of the way! As Engdu stood there confused, Sinclair urgently hauled himself in her direction, and in that brief moment, the distortion's blade descended upon them as though it bisected the very space they inhabited. I surmised that Sinclair's in the distortion's range as well. I said, can you see both? Maybe they can. Looking like they're Freischütz, but studies the blade. He's about to throw multiple blades. On the 7th blade, he throws it at himself. We have no choice but to suppress it. We tensed up, sensing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. He has a cool head. Oh, he looks so cool! I'm so happy. I'm so happy to fight him, like unironically. Gain poison, inflict bleed. Bleed damage. Oh, paralyze. That's not so cool. Slash damage up, slash resist down. Okay, just gain poison, evades. Well done. One time you don't make the poster press. He's just angry as fuck. Can I say, I absolutely love designs where you have one glowing eye. Like, unironically. I love that in character designs. Just be angry at the world. When I distort, it's gonna be because of wrath. Fishy like said, no, I don't like Undertale, okay? Let me make this very clear, I don't like Undertale.
잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게.
It must be very disturbing to hear, but I actually don't like that franchise.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Fish will still after losing hard in gacha. Absolutely. Little do you know I already am distorted. I'm just good at hiding it. He has a lot of poise! Oh lord, he has a lot of poise.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록. 오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네.
That's a lot of poise!
잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
What do you mean unopposed? Oh, no, I didn't want to start. I wanted to cancel that. I wanted to reassign. Whatever. So great that she has a gambling problem. No, I have a rage problem. Gambling is my least problem in life. Contrary to popular belief, I don't have a gambling addiction. I have an anger issue.
이대로만 계속해 보면 좋을 텐데.
What do you mean, Cap? Can rid you with the depression like in Claire. Oh no. Why does he have negative coins? Is that what you mean? Hold up, I didn't check that.
개체의 상태를
Oh, he's staggered.
조절하는
Doesn't
거야.
matter.
이
Press
상태를
damage
만들어서
button.
완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
Why does he have a head counter?
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Mom, I'm scared. Mom, I'm scared. Pick me up. Ma, there's a weird looking guy with a sword. Mom, I'm scared. He's about to claim my bones, yeah.
정화.
Blind obsession, please win.
총원. 조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로. 파도가.
Captain Mail, save me. Oh, that didn't do anything. Oh, that was weak. Hmm. Hmm. 35. He's dead. Easy. Easy fight. Easy clap. Never mind, it was actually not that not dangerous.
어디 보자.
Ich Schrimpel. All according to Keikaku.
오래 한몫했으니 작은 형님께서 흡족해 하시겠어.
Dungeon time, baby. One moment. How many tickets can I... You know what? I have a gambling addiction. I wanna gamble. Also, give me this.
주도라니 본인은 그런 건 잘 모르네만. 아, 이거 왜 이렇게 쓴가?
She can't hold liquor. Give me vouchers. I need EXP actually, and not Fred. It's time to gamble! So I'm having trouble with Kim and you said like 5 times. It actually was easy, unironically. I have a gambling addiction. Me. I mean, I was not even using a proper team. It was just stuff that I had lying around. It's not even any of my teams. There you go. So, how did someone have trouble? To be honest, a lot of people suck at this game. I mean this is like no cap or anything, but no shishers. What do I level up? She is so bad. There's no point in leveling her up. I'm gonna think about that later. Let's just do the dungeon. Bamboo-headed Kim kneeled and caught his breath. Something began to shimmer behind him. This is a dungeon, a mirror dungeon of the Fathoms. We can fix him! We can fix him like we fixed Papa Bongi! This is just like the ding-dongs, bars and friars, huh? It's Oibongs, Gregor, Oibongs. He has already entered the dungeon. So we got to follow the bloke, eh? Yeah, we were ordered to secure the distortion as well, so... An immense, heavy sensation emanates from within that space. That monolith has to be somewhere in there too. Let us follow. While she was clearly dumbfounded by the turn of events, I could tell she was determined to see this to the end. We had nothing more to add. Advancing. This place has taken the likeness of S-Corp. Not just anywhere in S-Corp. We call this place the Fathoms of Ego. It appears that mentor Bamboo-headed Kim's memories are affecting this place. Is there aught from his past that you are aware of? No, nothing in detail. I don't believe I have the right to divulge a depiction of his past based on hearsay either. Engdu continued in a morose tone. When he appeared so suddenly at his building. I don't suppose he had much trouble cutting down the Kurokomo clan henchmen. I'm certain he was flanked by competent men and women. It would not have mattered how many henchmen they threw against the mentor. Nothing short of a Kurokomo clan officer could have given him any trouble. In fact, I surmised he would have been able to cut down 100 of their men of his own. But all those who accompanied Master Bamboo-headed Kim were as powerful as he. His capabilities lay far beyond our own. His fellows must have fallen one by one before the endless onslaught of the Kurokomo clan henchmen. And I cannot help but imagine that the sight must have reminded him of a rather tragic event in his past. An unpleasant event that likely shook mentor bamboo-headed Kim to the core. That alone fits numerous criteria that make it ripe for a manifestation of a distortion. He was in a very receptive state to the monolith's influence as well. So that is how the mentor became beholden to display it like a fiend. Yet, still, how could he? He remained wordless and advanced as Angdu despondently muttered to herself. It was all silence, save for the sound of our shoes lightly pressing into the soft soil beneath our feet. Give me... I don't have particularly any specific team, so I'm just gonna go with random. I'm gonna fucking burn thing. Well then. Yeah, it doesn't up my levels, sadly. Honestly, I want events. Is burn bad? Yeah, burn is... how to say it? Burn is probably almost the worst status type in this entire game because it has very limited damage. It caps out at 99 damage. And the burn units themselves, they are not good. They only recently got a really good unit, which kinda is what the team now revolves around. But it's still far inferior to any other status type. It's not that... the burn is not that hot. To say it that way.
실시.
I like playing burn team actually. I really enjoy it. It's just objectively not that good.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
정화.
So my take, like a very cold take, honestly. An ice cold take, a frozen take.
실수하는 건 괜찮아. 나도 자주 덜렁대서 수첩에 모든 걸 적어놓으며 다녔거든. 마음만 약해지지만 않으면 되는 거야.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
이.
끝이.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
Oh, he has actually 10.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
좋군요.
Boom! Man, I love Mind Whip. I just love it.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
I believe in Mind
모든 걸
Whip supremacy.
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
정화. 소란이 줄었네요.
Now that I'm thinking about it, isn't it kinda weird that Ryoshu has a Kurokomo ID, but not a Blade Lineage ID? Because she's like a character you would expect more to be probably in the Blade Lineage.
하지만 여기서 방심하면
But
안 돼.
never mind, nah, I take that back.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
After literally
모든 걸
thinking about it
끝마쳐야
1
하지
second, I
않겠어?
take that statement back.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다. 생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
Yeah. Wonder how long dungeon. I hope it's not too long. Considering how much I need to farm this. This must be a tavern. The bar or an inn is bustling, and its patrons are inert. Can't read! Its patrons are energetically chattering away. They all seem to be in a rather good mood. A trio amongst the crowd is quite boisterously arguing and pointing fingers at each other. No, I don't understand why this is even a matter of dispute. A blade is a weapon, made for cutting, and the right way to use a blade is to slash with it. You don't know what you're talking about. Step a single point with all your might and your foe shall surely fall. You're both wrong. Your half-hearted cuts and stabs won't do anything but piss him off. They'll be back on their feet immediately. Smack their skulls with a blunt end or hilt or the scabbard and knock them down for good. Make them too dazed to get up. The trio appeared to be talking about something pretty serious, so we stopped to listen to the debate. Suddenly turned in our direction and called over to us. You there! Your band can clearly handle your weapons, am I wrong? Answer us, what is the best way to wield your sword? Of course, the slash is the best way to use a blade, is it not? What should I say to that? It tells me that this one will give me an ego gift. This one is obviously correct, but this one gives me an ego gift. Who will share their opinion on Twitter? Let's use to claim their bones. The loudest one guffaws, raising his cup full of liquor. I'm not claiming that other methods are inferior, I'm merely claiming that a blade, a weapon with an edge, is made to cut things. The other two not in reluctant agreement. Well, if you're talking about the blade and the blade part only, sure. I suppose the decapitation is not so different from breaking the skull open. You've made my day, friend. Here, take this. The man who preached the superiority of slash pats you on the back and places something in your hands.
단테 씨는 망설임이 없군요.
Slash power up. Gain troops. Oh, that's nice. Too bad I haven't really leveled them.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
Katana skills in anime. Literally a trash blade.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
A peasant cutter.
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데. 끝이.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
We're doing anime is pop the katana in and out of its sheath. True! Just like slightly move the blade and everyone will just explode into a pool of blood. Easy as that. Works every time. Also casually teleporting behind the enemy will instantly explode them.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
배는 맛은
모든 걸
있는 편이
끝마쳐야 하지
좋은데.
않겠어?
역시 모르네.
I always just casually explode my enemies into a pool of blood. Don't you know that a katana basically functions like a explosive?
그럼 여기서 방심하면 안
전투에
돼.
임하겠습니다.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야. 방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
슈트가 실시.
Let's
오늘도
go!
즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
I hope this is just a one floor dungeon.
공격은 좋았어.
Because I think if this has multiple floors, it's gonna be really annoying to farm.
방금 건 제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데. 사실 너희들 중에 매뉴얼을 제대로 안 읽고 온 사람들이 있는 걸까? 개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
거치적거리지만 마.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
거치적거리지만
모든 걸
마.
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
생명 활동의 정지를 확인했다.
꽤잘 갈렸고.
가까워진다. 항해 끝.
Bye.
역시 모르네. 파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Alyssa's looking at me. Oh, it's the big siblings!
시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가
It's the
잘
big
들리지 않아?
boys!
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데.
For some reason, the gloom pentaculars, like these ones, they look like cows. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm thinking of cows when I see them. Moo.
정신이 물러 터졌군요. 역시 모르네.
와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
No seahorse? I don't know, like the tentacles at the bottom, for some reason I need to think about cows when I see them.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Look like a big moose. You can milk water out of them. Them teeth were having collar tongues. How is that connected?
소란이 줄었네요.
그렇게 무르진 않네. 와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Bye bye, cow. Oh, that's not a lot of damage.
방금
와우.
공격은 좋았어.
Maybe next
이대로만
turn.
계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
늘어졌네 저거. 맞추기.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지
정화.
않겠어?
흙으로.
가까워진다. 항해 끝.
Easy, they're really easy to fight. Oh, lovely. It's us Crocomo clan's turf from here on out. Is it that hard for you to understand that you gotta pay the toll to use our road, huh? People dressed in Crocomo clan garb stand in the way of unarmed civilians, threatening them. I suppose the excuse was enough for them to tread on our territory as well. Engdu does not hide her indignation. She is gritting her teeth. What should we do about them? Turn a blind eye! Fine, we'll save them. Damn it. What the hell happened? I thought we'd driven them all away. After a grueling battle, Ishmael and Engdu managed to defeat or drive away the Kurokmo clan henchmen. You have my gratitude. I'm glad that we could provide them some help.
완수.
Really, SB? The civilians freed from the threat of the Kurokmo clan each bow and give us their thanks. But you're not dressed like a local. you don't mind us prying, who might you be? That you're with the blade lineage, because I get an ego if I do that. Use the Korokomo clan ID to tell them that you're with the blade lineage. It's big brain time. The villains immediately kneel before us and bow profusely. Their voices tremble as they plead. We're sorry, we're so sorry. Please have mercy, don't kill us. In a flustered attempt, Ryosha tries to tell them that we have no cause, no intent to hurt them, but they refuse to listen. Take this at least. They raised their hands with the utmost deference. In their hands was what appeared to be a book. Taking a close look at it, we realized that they handed us was a filled ledger with black covers. Please forgive us, this is all we have for us at the moment. Try as we might to help them to their feet. The fear has already rooted them firmly to the ground. They don't even dare to raise their heads. We have no choice but to leave them as they were.
죽이 좀 맞았어.
So, then can I gain random ego equal to number of enemies? Ah, it's okay. Pacifist Ryosha? Nah, doesn't work. It's just extra funny because she has a Korokomo ID. We hear a pair of voices as we walk alongside a stone fence. The two travelers are both carrying blades. I pity the people here. While the decision of a wing is absolute for its feathers, there's very little they can do about it. One of them stands out. Their clothing sets them apart from the locals. Maybe they're not from around here. Still, to allow the Korokomo clan to make their way in here, that's too much. The wing cares about naught else but fluttering its wings. All else becomes insignificant. Sounds like they're talking about the current S-Corp. More outsiders I see. How convenient. The pair stops in their tracks and turns around to face us. The Korokomo clan. No, you do not wear their garb. You don't appear to be peasants seeking to make some cash in the process of the backstreets either. I understand that the game obviously doesn't react to what your IDs currently have equipped. It's still funny. Well then, what do you outsiders think of the current climate? How should I answer this? Ah, this one gives me an ego, because the text tells me to. It's the city. That's just what happens to small fries getting mixed up in large-scale conflicts. Go, Rodion! The sword-carrying man snickers. You answer with wisdom to my foolish query. Such musings hold very little significance in the city indeed. He laughs a little more, this time with gusto, and tears the tassel from his weapon before handing it over. I enjoyed your answer. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with blade lineage, show them this tassel. It will be of help to you, I can guarantee you that. With that, they waved their hands and disappeared into the other direction.
이런 일은 실패해본 적이 없지.
Has 1.5 allure /resistance plus 3. ED. White Gossipium now! I'm gonna sell this thing. Fuck that. Also, fuck this. Nah. Oh, red stained. No, I don't want to buy this. Nah. Oh, what happens if we fuse them? Is this gonna screw me over? Let's see. I made a grave mistake! Well... Yeah. If it isn't the consequence of my own actions. Oh, I didn't heal either. Oh, well... A row of terrible decisions! What is your favorite weapon? Style-wise or actually playing-wise? Because style-wise there's a bunch of weapons I like, but playing-wise I really like the hunting horn. We will ignore what I just did there in the last rest stop, okay? Either. I really like any spear type of weapons, style-wise, and I really like the hunting horn.
빨리 시작하시죠.
Like any like pole weapons I really like. Don't talk about what you just did there. Look the other way. So that thing behind him is... Indeed, that is the monolith. The artifact must have entered his fathoms of ego the moment it imbued Bamboo-headed Kim with strength. This manor must be where the Mentor's last protectee resided before he departed S-Corp. Ah, such massacre. Mentor, was this carnage a memory that has haunted your dreams in your waking hours for so long? Yet the deaths of our dear fellows... Tear begin... Pretty sure that it's supposed to be tears. Tear begins. Am I stupid or is something wrong with this sentence? I just say I'm bloody cut. Perfect! You understand what I mean. Tear begins to well in Engdu's eyes. There is just something wrong about the sentence. Yeah, but if it's tears begins. Tears begins to well. Tears begin. The S of the begins needs to be here on the tear. They messed up where the S is on the two words. It's supposed to be tears begin to well. Yeah. I already noticed a bunch of really wacky typos and errors before. But this one is the first one that really trips me up. Ah, again, something murmurs in my head. Is this Bamboo-headed Kim's past? A somber voice, drenched with woe, echoes in my head. For a fleeting moment, I once had this thing people call honor. Vile men whose hearts are consumed by evil oft approached virtuous officials to seek harm. And I considered it an honorable deed to be a protector of the virtuous, to who those that sought harm against them. Yet to be virtuous in a world of the vicious was to be prey to his merciless world. And before such overwhelming might of the vicious, the irrevocably corrupt officials, my strength was inconsequential. I had little choice but to leave S-Corp, cradling my broken spirit alongside my fellows. I have left my scarred honor behind at the land of my failure. We became vagabonds, lost, wandering and weary, aimless drifters without a place to call their home. Even their faith in my decision to leave began to crumble piece by piece, so did my faith in myself. I began to fall apart. I have already failed once, but what's there to say that I am not failing my dear fellows once again? The least I could do is to help them lead a stable life. Yet that invitation I received only led them to their demise. In the end, I failed my mission, I failed my honor, I failed my dear fellows. Again, I am returned to the land of my failure. The voice continued to murmur, but it had devoured into nothing but a low growl, a quiet and incoherent rumbling. I can't help but feel a bit of sympathy at a suffocatingly painful past. But that's exactly why we have to face him, free him from his distortion. Guys, we're putting an end to this, right here, right now. Yes, it appears that we have no choice. Engdu's grown far too agitated to function properly in this battle. It's all up to us now. Hey! Hunting horns is only polar weapon. I also really like hunting the glaive. I also really like that. Is it still the same? Oh yeah, it's still the same. It's on my Shaman Pokemon coin. Heads for hunting head, tails for insect glaive. Yes, sounds good. Tails, it's insect glaive. Nice. I mean, both outcomes were good.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Oh, he has negative sanity coins.
휘둘려.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Well, at least I got a heal out of it.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
So far, I'm still not that scared of them.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해.
They also have a counter though.
공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록.
Yeah. I wanna see it when it's done.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지?
To claim their bonds, baby.
해볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Oh, let's just use Fluid Sac again. It's fine. Ho! What do you mean? Oh boy. Way. Better. Unopposed. Never fucking mind. What do I do? How can I stop him from claiming my bones? Yeah, that is my highest. Actually, this one is 29 base power. Oh, no. Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, well. Yeah, I cannot clash him. The problem is, I have no one. Like, Ishmael can't clash him. She could probably do it otherwise.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
This will hurt. My bones have been claimed! Oh god, someone died.
상황이 좋지 않네. 다친 사람들이 많이 보여. 하지만 괜찮아.
Two people died.
지휘팀이라면 이 정도쯤은 통제할 수 있잖아. 그렇지?
Let's see.
그분을 잡으시면
This is such a cool corruption. I've never seen this one before. Woo! Biblically accurate Rodion.
공격이 아니었는데. 혹시 너희들 중에 매뉴얼을 제대로 안 읽은 사람들이 있는 걸까? 아직 완전 모두 봤지? 방금 그 방법은 적절한 공격이 아니었어.
The fact that he has negative coins is what makes this so bad.
다친 사람들이 많이 보여.
Negative coins
지휘팀이라면
are so
이
fucking
정도쯤은
dangerous on
통제할 수
enemies.
있잖아? 그렇지?
Also doesn't help that I deleted all of my
가자.
ego
죽이라.
gifts. Oh god. I'm a fool. I am a little dingus.
오늘도 즐거운
It is
하루
very
시작이네.
simple. I am not very smart.
잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
I'm a little silly. Was so los bei using claim bone.
거치적거리지만 마.
He did claim my bones. I have to admit, my bones are gone now. Boneless fish.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Yeah, this is fine.
거치적거리지만 마.
Stupid evade.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Why is he so strong? You know what? Chains of Others. Fuck you.
보자 너.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어온다.
Get chained, idiot!
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록.
끝이.
오늘도 즐거운
오케이.
하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지
We need to
않아서.
clash this. Oh, perfect! He also has positive sanity right now. It's not much, but him hitting tails isn't... It's maybe not going to be happening. Ishmael! Please! Fuck! No, only 2 coins. And we got Faust. Shit. Fluid sack. Oh, she staggered. Oh, that was so unfortunate.
적들이 우세해. 며칠 동안 합동 훈련을 계획해봐야겠네. 훈련을 하고 나면 다들 많이 달라지더라고.
Can I stagger him? No.
보고 싶네.
Yeah, I talk way too soon.
얼어버리면 아플 필요도 없어서.
Well, at least this doesn't hit anyone of my own.
방금 건 제대 아마
This is-
다들 힘들어하고 있을 거야.
This is not
하지만
fine.
모든 직원은 목숨을 바쳐서라도 최선을 다하고 있을 거라고.
This
믿어.
is bad. Well, if this isn't the consequences of my own shit talking.
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데.
Oh, she exploded.
모든 것에 돈내가라도.
모두 봤지? 방금 그 방법은 적절한 공격이 아니었어. 실수였을까? 아니면 노력이 부족했을까? 상황이 좋지 않네. 다친 사람들이 많이 보여. 하지만 괜찮아. 지휘팀이라면
If I had won that clash, it would have been so easy. It was that one clash. Come on. We can do this.
빨리 시작하시죠.
I need some salty sticks. I need salty sticks to cheer me up from my
나만 믿고
own
다들
failures.
집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Surely it's easy! This is still first try. Just pretend the other ones didn't happen. Surely I didn't fuck up also by deleting all of my ego gifts and not healing my team before I went in here. Surely that has nothing to do with that.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
보자 너. 자,
Stupid evade. Absolutely. But it's fine that he's at least hitting my tanks when attacks go through.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Why is he so fast? Why is he so fast? Why is he so fast?
배는 맛은 있는 편이 좋은데.
fastest fuckboy! And that's not
이
good!
전투는 승리할 거야.
Why do you so goddamn fast? Keep hitting tails when she has 45 sanity!
방금 건 제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데. 혹시 너희들 중에 매뉴얼을 제대로 안 읽고 온 사람들이 있는 걸까?
보고 싶네.
Well,
칠.
하늘.
직원 하나가 더 이상 움직이지 않아.
hmm.
다들 왜 그런 표정이야? 마음이 벌써 약해진 거야? 고작 이런 걸로?
Know what? I'll bring a proper team. I will bring a proper team into this dungeon. I will forfeit. I will accept my defeat. That I cannot brute force it. Fine, I'll use my brain. Hello there, how's it going? It's going downhill. It's going backwards and downhill. I'll be bringing my Poison Bleed team. I'm gonna bring Poise. Because at least there's some bonuses in here. Hold up. I forgot I never level my units. This is I think the only team with levels. Oh shit. Should have just brought Charge. Charge at least is leveled. Actually, Bleed has good levels. This is fine. Let's do Bleed. 1, 2. Just go down here.
가자.
There.
죽이라.
Never bring Sing. Oh no 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 no! I knew this game. I kind of forgot what it was about.
나만 믿고 다들
I mean,
집중해줘.
now you will get a reminder what it's about. We're playing the newest event.
거치적거리지만 마.
Well. It's about being forced to use your brain. I hate using my brain. Ah, it hurts!
좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서
My
완벽한
brain, I'm thinking! Don't make me think! Everything, but not the thinking.
보자 너.
I just realized there's actually a second big head idea in this game.
이대로만 계속
I forgot Pirate Gregor has a big head. I'm ashamed to admit I forgot he has a big head. I'm not in top performance
할수
today.
없다고 생각하는 직원이 보인다면 나한테 말해줄래?
정화.
I'm in shambles.
정신 차리게. 장부에 따르면
At least we can still destroy ego gifts before we have to fight him.
별것도 아니야.
God, I love it when he crits.
정신 차리게. 장부에 따르면 맨정신에 죽여야
우리가
하니까.
우세를 점하고 있어.
Looks hard. Oh, it's actually not hard.
지휘팀이라면
It's not. The final boss, though, is a
걸
bit.
맞춰야 하지 않겠어?
Yeah, I just didn't let Amazon on how to send it to you. No, I have 3 different social media accounts. That's the only thing I can offer.
가까워진다.
별것도
That's
아니네.
the only thing I can offer. Why the fuck is Ryosho so hard? This squad. That's the one thing I don't have.
가자. 죽이라.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘.
So,
운이
도움이
따라준다면
될수 있을 거야.
좋겠네요.
방금
you know what? I kinda wanna fight Kim.
혹시 너희들 중에 메뉴 나만
I kinda wanna
믿고
fight
다들
Kim with a
집중해줘.
sinking team. How bad can it be? I mean, why not? What's the worst that can happen? Me losing the battle? You can brand as a full blade lineage team in here. Well, I don't have all the blade lineage IDs. I didn't get the new Faust and Mersault. I need to buy them out and I don't have enough shards right now. That's the issue.
바람 구멍을 내주지.
이걸로 제가 팠군.
너무 쉽군요.
별것도 아니네.
Yeah, we saved until then. Yay!
이걸로 제가 팠군.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Eh. Oh, I just started clicking. I've heard a tale of one such nightly stroll. In this tale, a clueless traveler heedlessly wanders into a brummer's haze and finds himself afore an otherworldly being. Stop! Stop it! Just as the sinners began loudly bickering with each other, I realized that there was something hazy standing in our way. Is that thing dancing? It's not, if not, you sang plus Myrrh plus freedom. Yeah, I don't have the Myrrh. I don't have the Mersault. Mysterious thing, dressed in white, danced gracefully before us with a larger blade in hand. When I met my gaze, or when I thought it did, a sheathed blade had materialized in my hand. What does it want me to do with it? Assume it's dancing, I'm about to draw the sword. Ryosho wielded the sword. After taking a moment to steady their breathing, Ryosho unsheathed the blade and sliced the thing before us in the blink of an eye. The thing giggled as it disappeared, somehow finding the situation humorous. Yee, bye-bye! Left behind fragments of a blade.
죽이 좀
Fractured
맞았어.
blade. Inflicting bleed or unique bleed. Ooh! That is actually good. Me like. Me like very much.
직접 손봐주지.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네.
정화.
그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서. 오늘도 즐거운 하루의
바람
시작이네.
구멍을 내주지.
그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘
Yeah, I'm just gonna click win right now, but we've got quickly to the boss.
장소에 따르면
And not do the goofy shenanigans I did before by setting myself up for failure by doing some things I shouldn't have.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어.
정화.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
장소에
모든
따르면
걸 끝내야 하지
그래
않겠어?
죽여야 하니까. 꽤 잘 갈려.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만
가까워진다.
계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
항해 끝.
너무 쉽군요.
Oh, we already know this event.
보물 상자 열쇠 따는 게 더 어렵겠어.
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
Okay. Almost. Not the pentaculars! Oh no! I mean, like the pentaculars. They're cute. I wanna have a farm with the blue pentaculars and just treat them like cows, honestly. I think that would be kinda adorable.
아까의 공격으로 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어.
Moo!
적들이 나약해졌다는 거지.
바람구멍을 내주지.
끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
재밌네요.
Moo! I'm getting kinda hungry.
이걸로 제가 봤군.
우리가 우세를 점하고
After
있어.
we're done defeating Kim, I will go eat something.
우리 팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야
하나
하지 않겠어?
가져간다.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Faust, how dare you lose a clash? How dare you?
이걸로 제가 봤군.
가까워진다. 항해.
So disappointed. When the official. I will never make a Discord.
가자.
Never. Mm-mm. Because the thing is,
그렇지?
I just don't want to bother with
잠시만.
it.
볼륨 좀 확인해볼게. 대답
However,
않아서.
I am actually on a few people's Discord servers and I can be found there. But I don't want to have a Discord server on my own.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘.
운이
도움이
따라준다면
될 수 있을
좋겠네요.
거야.
단테님 봤어요?
심장.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
정신 차리게. 장부에 따르면
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어.
바람구멍을 내주지.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
이걸로 제가 봤군.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
With every coin, we get closer. Closer for me to fail. Once again.
한 줄 긋지.
꽤 잘 갈렸고
가까워진다. 항해 끝.
I hope I will be fine. Don't know if I will be fine. What's this? I didn't heal again! At least the game gives me 2 chances. I'm so stupid. Why do I keep doing that? I'm so dumb. Anyway. Let's go.
직접 손봐주지.
It's just such a habit for me to never click on healing because I never need it in the mirror dungeon. I never heal in the mirror dungeon. Because I just always have like a bunch of healing items anyway, so I never need to worry about it. Anyway, let's go.
잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Yeah, it's a really bad habit. Stop evading!
끝이
My goal is to actually just make him bleed out.
어디에 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
보자 너.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록.
재밌네요.
So far, so good. Oh, he's almost staggered. Well, at least something broken.
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
보자 너.
하나 가져간다.
방금 공격은
Love to
좋았어.
see it.
이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이면
He's staggered.
좋겠네요.
Easy.
못하게 만들어.
I used the proper team and suddenly the fight is easy again. Very shrimple. Truly fantastic. It's almost dead.
끝이.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Oh wait, yeah, wait. This is this is not okay. On kill. It goes on Ryosho.
정화.
Maybe I can kill him easy. He's gonna go down. Right? They shut it up Nintendo Direct? I saw there was a Nintendo announcement. Also, haha, he just died. But I didn't look what it was about at all. This fight is a joke! The dungeon. After a grueling battle, and as we finally managed to drag bamboo-headed Kim to his knees. Like a mirage, the fathoms of ego began to fall apart. The monolith had already left the fathoms of ego and was back at the center of the office. Just as the office began to resemble the one we walked into, the radio I carried began to buzz again. Hiya, can you hear me? If you do, give me a TikTok. TikTok. Very funny, Dante. You know we just barely survived a deadly encounter, right? Well, she asked me to. Perfect, we really don't have much time left. Since it looks like the monolith's briefly stabilized, let me teach you how to lock it down. Don't take too long or the distortion's gonna turn into an abnormality. Follow my instructions to a T and don't lag behind. It's still about precision and speed. She seems awfully cheery for how the dire situation is. I followed the radio's instructions and reached out to the monolith with my palms. Oh, some light came out of it when I reached out with my fingers. The voice coming from the radio was pretty nonchalant about all this, but it almost sounded like she could see exactly what I was looking at. Right, straight down from there. Yep, you're doing good. Now move left. Take it slow now. I couldn't help but wonder if I was doing this right, but I still followed her directions and drew a trail of light with my hand over the monolith. Damage caught and the main thing that me wants to understand the story is one being ported on the Switch. Ah, yeah. Okay. I can emulate that. Mentor. The shimmering black tendrils began to withdraw from bamboo-hatted Kim's body. Maybe distortion is withdrawing too. Good work, detective. Detective, the levels are stabilizing. I can't seem to stop calling you detective. Huh, sorry, old habits die hard, you know. I think I know who we're talking to. Sounds like she's reporting to someone else on the other side of his communication. Good work, bus dudes. LCA will be there in a minute, so just sit tight. Huh? LCA? Not that rude after team lady from earlier? Well, anyways, thanks for the assist, everyone. LCD distortion task for Ezra over and out. So, Ezra is a character from Distortion Detective. Distortion Detective was a kind of like light novel side story, also set in the same universe. However, it was cancelled. And the reason why it was cancelled is because Project Moon decided that they wanna make a proper game based on Distortion Detective at some point. So they stopped doing the light novel. Yeah. So her showing up in Limbus is, especially with Distortion, is kinda cool. The radio shut off before any of us had the chance to say anything. Again. Like, most people will not know who this character is. But I know. Yeah, the game is not made. They are currently doing Limbus Company, and they're not doing multiple games at once. And not 5 seconds later. My, they're really piling in, huh? LCA, the Special Operations Unit. Orders, commencing secured item retrieval. Interesting design. Right, the item is custody target T276 confirmed and secured. Well, looks like our job is done here. Didn't even have to say anything, not that they could hear me anyway, before the uniformed troops marched in and started attaching various tools to the monolith. Trouble, T27601 unconfirmed, requesting location. What are you blathering about? Rewording, where's the distorted individual? Ah, I'm aware of whom you seek. Sits next to the monolith. Huh? Where has he gone? The individual by the name Engdu dragged him behind that sofa, approximately time of event 3 minutes ago. Didn't I ask you to tell us if you noticed something important going on in the background? I will make an immediate report should an identical event occur. That's when I noticed that the LCA agents were growing visibly uneasy. Alert, abnormal reaction detected from entity in T27601's proximity. When the agent ran over and kicked over the sofa. She's dead, isn't she? Miss Engdu. There was Engdu, her arms tightly wrapped around bamboo-hatted Kim. Her hand holding a blade that dug deep into her mentor's flesh. Wait. I know not of your painful past. I cannot possibly know in detail what you have gone through. But that cannot be a just reason, an excuse for cutting down your very own fellows. Miss Engdu, that man was not himself. If the blade has consumed my mentor, turned him into a fiend, then I will end him myself. It has to be me. No, not at all. It's all excuses, that's all it is. If Mentor didn't bring some odd invitation to us. If he hadn't caused us to flee S-Corp, our home to begin with. Oh, yes, I hear you. Your voice is finally growing clearer. Mutation. Distortion of the subject entity confirmed. Suspicion. Phase 1 of the monolith reactivation process may have been engaged. We can't just let her be. She's going to distort. Mersault, knock Miss Engdu out. Mersault struck Engdu hard before the LCA agents even had the chance to do anything. Stabilize. Distortion nullified by the subject's loss of consciousness. Step wound confirmed on subject T27601. Wound not critical. Will not pose challenge to retrieval and recovery. I have carried out the task you have ordered. Thank you. Whoa, what just happened? Was that caused by the monolith's influence too? No. That was someone else talking there. A plausible explanation. The monolith was properly sealed, but its lingering influence seems to have seeped into her. Oh, hey, the levels went bonkers over there just now. The radio began buzzing all on its own again. Requesting radio. I will receive LCD's message. Okay. Acknowledged. Please speak. Huh? Oh, you're LCA, aren't you? I'm Ezra from LCD. Nice to... Acknowledged. Commencing sitrep. You know what? You're not the only one who knows how to cut people off. I already got your sitrep, okay? I don't need it. There are 2 people there, right? Just bring them over here. Negative. Exact order state that retrieval targets are to be... Come on, loosen up some, huh? Concern. The monolith alone will be a difficult subject to contain. Oh, that's okay. Our very own our very own LCD team leader said she'll take care of it. Besides that monolith, Detective and I have successfully retrieved that before. And considering that the 2 of them are both returnees from the library, considering that the 2 of them have both been pulled from the edge of distortion, it'll definitely help us with our records, don't you think? Understood, however. What the hell, are we kidnapping them for some dodgy human experiments or something? Okay, so I know that there's been scary rumors of kidnapping T-Corp, but what we're doing here is completely unrelated, right? I'd appreciate if you didn't compare us to the likes of those backstreets rumors. Sure, you guys can leave them there, but if we don't take them in, they'll start and get killed. And who knows, the Kurokumo clan or even the FAM could catch wind of this and pick them up instead. I suppose you're right. Anyways, make sure to bring them in. Both of them, okay? Acknowledged. Retrieving now. The call dropped. The agents swarmed around the pair, bound them and disappeared out the door. All of it was done in one fluid, practiced motion. I don't know when it happened, but it already retrieved the monolith when that LCA agent picked up the LCD's call. Right, so mission accomplished, huh? I guess so. Warning, recommended action for the manager. Immediate extraction of the scene. Imminent arrival of the FAMP, highly likely. So after the middle, it's the FAMP, huh? What I would give to see the look on their stuck-up faces. I think he's telling us to get out of here before the FAMP catches us red-handed. Correction, Limbus Company was already on a crash course against the FAMP the moment we commenced this mission. That makes sense, it'll only be a matter of time before they put the pieces together and realize that we're involved in what happened. Are you sure that we can handle not only the middle, but also the FAMP? Irrelevant. A foe is a friend, and a friend is a foe for Limbus Company. Delayed. Extracting some scene first. Yeah, I also don't have social media much. I also don't like it. I only have some, simply because it is slightly necessary when you stream. With that cryptic message, the LCA agent quickly withdrew from the scene. He knows something, but won't tell us what it is. At least that was the impression I got from the way he spoke. I came to meet so many departments of the company in such quick succession. The LCA, the LCD, and the LCCA. An old question arose once again. Something I'd forgotten as we kept ourselves busy with the missions we've carried out so far. I really don't know much about this company I'm working for. There's this mysterious Hermann and the equally puzzling Damian. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, I really don't know anything. Maybe what I know amounts to nothing more than a pinch of knowledge available to the powers that be. I thought we were pretty deep in our journey, but I was starting to feel that in the far future, if I were to look back on the records of this journey, we wouldn't even be 10 pages into the book. I began walking back to the bus of the sinners, my head further mired in confusion. Whoa, we really ran into a lot of people in such a short time, huh? Well, I'm pretty happy I got to know more about the workings of this company. Once we returned to the bus, the sinners each began chattering away about what had just happened. I wonder what's going to happen to Engdu or Bamboo-Hatted Kim. There does not appear to be information we are privy to. Though we all work under the same company, all that the LCD shared with us was the name of our contact, Ezra. Then, is Limbus Company truly kidnapping people for human experiment? You don't just start experimenting on humans like that. It's not something that just happens. Remember what that LCD woman said? Rumors are just that. Rumors. Gregor furrowed his brows as thoughts some unpleasant memories of the past began flooding in. He dug into his pockets for a cigarette. There's LCD, but LCA just seems really out of place. Even when compared to other departments, it's like they're from a completely different company. As we made our way back to the bus, I slowly began to organize my thoughts and everything that's happened. I didn't know that it wasn't the most productive thing for me to do. Faust, you're not gonna answer any of my questions, are you? I apologize. Yeah, Gregor's upper arm is a roach leg. His upper arm is that of a cockroach. At the present moment, it is difficult for me to disclose any information that does not concern the LCB department. It's like impatience is a prerequisite for boarding this bus, Manager Orsina. Virgilius sighed as he muttered. He must have been burying my clock head in my palms. Your journey will inevitably lead to the answers to all of your questions, Dante. Just follow the path and it shall be all revealed. You have no reason to rush. Besides, Virgilius' gaze fixed for a brief moment, slightly above my head. I wonder if he's looking at my flame. It's nothing. Perhaps your impatience is rubbing off on me. I suppose I shall find out along the way as well. Virgilius scoffed, muttered something incomprehensible to himself, then turned away from me. It was clear that he had no intentions of continuing this exchange. Let's go, Sharon. Been waiting for vroom vroom time. Driving to the famous heights of T-Corp. So, the bus took off once again. Sometimes bustling, sometimes dead silent. We did it!
들리지 않네. 심장 고동.
We love us some vroom vroom!
모든 고래 심장 소리 멈춰도 있을까?
I got the X clear everywhere. Hey. Well done. There is not that many rewards, now that I'm looking at it. Yee, this is it for today. There's barely any rewards. It's just cosmetic for the most part. Huh. Don't know how to feel about that.
전부 자러 들어갔다고 방심하지 마라.
But well then.
낮과 밤을 가리지 않으니
Is it gonna be streamed tomorrow? Yes.
잘 지켜보라고.
There is gonna be streamed tomorrow. So let's open this. I'm gonna buy the Merle Salt one first. Yeah, almost. I'm gonna be doing Honkai Star Rail because I have not gotten around to doing the Panaconi story yet and I really wanna do it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Alright, yeah, this is now unlocked. So yeah!
전부 자러 들어갔다고
It's
방심하지
400 for
마라.
total plus 20 rolls.
파도는 낮과
Yeah,
밤을
but it
가리지
feels so little!
않으니 크게 뜨고
I guess it's because it's a store instead of a milestone. It feels like it's a lot less somehow. But it probably is the same as usual. It's just feeling wise that it feels less. But yeah. Yeah, it's just feeling. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here for today.
전부 자러 들어갔다고
Thank you all for
방심하지
showing
마라.
up to today's stream.
낮과 밤을 가리지 않으니
I had a lot of fun.
크게 뜨고 잘
Been
지켜보라고.
waiting a lot for this. For this event. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing Panaconi story and yeah, sure, you can make a request. And then I'll try to fix my Persona 3 save file over the weekend so I can play Persona 3 by next week again. It's just that this week I'm just kinda streaming whatever I feel like it because I just want to. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm still waiting for the request. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna try to make a proper redeem shop for next week at least. Did it not send? No, I didn't see anything. The last thing I saw was that you want to make a request.
가끔씩은
YouTube is being YouTube right now.
나쁘지 않지?
YouTube is being a bit silly as usual. Healer Hotmail, obviously! Wait, actually I'm gonna be playing my physical account. He's not on my physical account, but we can play a bit of my other account too. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm very hungry. I really need to go eat something. But yeah. Bye bye everyone, have a nice evening or wherever you are with your rest of the day. Fishy, bye bye!